do it.
Go ahead.
All right. So, last time, you came across a particularly powerful Medusa, claimed himself to be Marlos Urnrail, the Prophet of Earth. He held Sir Bradford bound and blinded, tied to a sacrificial altar within the central chamber that you had been exploring. He offered you power in exchange for servitude, which you promptly denied. A fight ensued. A rather dangerous fight, as a number of you had been turned to stone by the Medusa's curse. However, thanks to some quick thinking between your ranger, who managed to charm the snakes of the Medusa's hair, as well as your bard conjuring a mirror, the Medusa wound up subject to his own flaws and turning himself to stone. You looted the pickaxe and a sacrificial dagger from him and freed Sir Bradford, who provided you with the following information, namely that Will's former master, Marcus, was part of an adventuring band that had defeated a particularly powerful beholder deep within the Underdark on one mission, where Marcus was the only survivor. He carried within his possession what Sir Bradford referred to as the Hand of Fortune, or colloquially, the Deck of Many Things. He informed you that there was a ritual that involved the Hand of Fortune, the Winds of Fate, and a Heart of Courage, which would allow you to shape fate at your own will. He mentioned the reason he was within the valley, the primary reason he was originally within the valley, was to try to get his hands on the Winds of Fate. After you showed him the orb that you had acquired from Dr. Otto Octavius, he mentioned that it was possible through Windvane to go into essentially this part of the ruins that you're in now, which has a close connection to the elemental plane of air, and create a essential copy of the Winds of Fate to use in a particular ritual. So you have wandered down here with him and are searching for the supposed portal which you can open to the elemental plane of air and to, through this ritual that Sir Bradford claims to know, form the orb of devastation now currently within your possession into the Winds of Fate, or a copy of the Winds of Fate. You managed to find your way through a number of interesting chambers through the howling winds that make up this portion of the chamber, including one that caused you to hear whispers of familiar characters, many of them sounding threatening. After fighting off a couple of angry specters, what appeared to be deep gnomes, you've heard screaming to your south and wandered into this chamber where you see a particularly large demonic-looking creature who appears to be torturing 4 different prisoners. As you wandered in, he has noticed your approach, however, and he grabs a particularly wicked-looking great axe and begins to move towards you. And at this point, because it didn't save it for whatever reason, everybody will need to roll initiative.
Are we rolling again or using what was on the board from last?
There's nothing on there on the board unless I'm
just
not
scroll
seeing
up.
it.
You can see
It's
it
in
chat.
the text in the chat. It is.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, well, I guess we can do it that way.
We can just keep the new one. That's fine.
Just yeah, just to make this easy because it's not in the turn order. Just roll it again.
Oh,
Alright.
fucking God.
Oh man, I just double crit.
Am I selected? No, I'm not.
Oh, you know what? I didn't click on myself. Because I was looking for the way call it. Great.
I'll just hear in a minute.
Okay.
One sec.
At the top of the round is Nagini when he gets back.
My wife wanted me. I'm back. Nagini's going to walk in. Let's see how far she can go.
By the Benadryl yet?
That will do. And then she will bite.
All right. 13 is not going to hit.
Okay.
He nimbly dodges out of the way and just laughs. Dr. Connors, you're next.
You said these guys are strung up by chains?
Yes, they're essentially hung by chains that are hooked to the wall.
Okay. Well, how far off the ground are they? I guess. If they were to fall.
About maybe 3 or 4 feet. If they were to
Okay.
fall, they wouldn't take any fall damage,
Okay.
but they probably fall prone. They have kind of haggard breathing,
Could my healing spirit reach them?
possibly.
Okay. Well, let's try her out. I'll cast Healing Spirit, and
All right.
I'll place it underneath this one, and hopefully touching him, if I can do that.
60 feet. It should be more than enough space.
Okay. Oh,
What
the
is
square
usually-
looks better for sure.
Because
I
I
can
don't
have
like looking
control of
at
it.
your little poo thing.
Yeah. So did
Okay.
that does that heal him at all, or does that touch him?
It does touch him. You conjure the healing spirit on top of this prisoner who appears to be a drow of some kind. Go ahead and roll the 1d6 for me. All right. It seems like it does relieve some of the pain he is suffering through.
Awesome. And then I'll shoot the big fuck.
All right.
Damn.
No. The arrow goes wide and into the nearby cavern.
But
Light
Nagini
comes in.
sinks in.
The bite does in fact sink in. However, it appears the poison has no effect on him. Furthermore, the bite seems minimal in damage.
Okay.
Talk, you're up next.
Can I get by these two?
I guess I gotta moved. Fuck.
We can say you leap over Will if you want to try that.
Sure. I'll jump over Will.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatic.
Easy.
Okay. I don't know if I want to get up too close to him yet. Where's the measuring thing? There. Let's stay here for now, and I'm gonna hit him twice.
Miss. That will hit. You throw that one in, he doesn't expect the second one coming in, and it manages to hit him hard against the leg, and he looks up at you kind of angry.
Let me measure this. How much did I lose for jumping over? Nothing, or 5?
We'll say nothing.
Then I'm going to go right back over here. They should be able to get by me there.
All right. Next
And wait.
is... I'm sorry, go ahead.
And I'm done.
Next is the big guy's turn. You watch as his form begins to shift, and where once there was 1,
Well,
you
maybe.
now see 4.
I see 1 because I cast counterspell.
Okay. All right. Blink counterspell for me.
Yeah. Unless it's an ability, in which case that doesn't work.
No, it's not an ability. So he tries to spread himself thin, but as you watch as the form begins to kind of shift around, and it begins to clump back together as you stop it.
Right on.
He looks at you with glowing, angry embers.
Well, he was already looking at me with those embers anyway, so.
Next to Sir Bradford, he's going to move up a little bit, and he's just going to hold his action. You're all kind of in the way. Will is next. He's going to point at the big fella and do his whole, "My dog has fleas," causing him to make a wisdom save, which he fails. So he looks at Will angrily. Kent, you're next.
What does Vicious Mockery do? Just damage, or doesn't he like?
Damage,
That's
and it
something else,
causes him to have disadvantage on his next attack.
That's what it was. Thank you.
1 second.
Mhm.
Alright, first let me kill one spell there. I am going to cast Everard's Black Tentacles in his general location.
Okay.
20-foot square. I'd like to just kind of get him. If I can help that, it's perfect.
Okay.
And that would be it for me.
Okay. So he has to. Okay, I guess he doesn't have to make the dex save until his turn. If I'm reading this correctly.
Hold on. When a creature enters the area, affected area, I think you don't have to do it until you start in there.
His
But
turn.
I don't think you can save twice in the round. So he's going to get the save, or he's not going to get the save.
Well, for the ease of this, we'll say he'll make the save at the start of his turn. That way, he doesn't suffer any restrained effect until he actually has a chance to start the turn.
Okay.
Right, and if you're not moving, it'll be taken next.
Yep.
All right, I am going to hit him with Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Yes, and yes, both attacks will hit, and it seems like it does a nasty chunk. He wasn't expecting that from a druid.
Okay, and since I really can't move, I'm just gonna. Actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and burn my shillelagh and power my staff.
All right.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Top of the round is Nagini.
And he's going to try and bite him again.
All right. All right. 18 will hit.
Awesome. She's not going to move.
All right. Connor's your next.
I'm going to move into the room a little bit here. Yeah. Move to about right there, and I'm going to command my spirit to move from where it's at to the other two guards. So it'll heal this drow, and then it should hit the other two as well. I think that's 30.
Okay.
It should end down here.
Okay. So it'll hit the drow and both of the individuals on the
Right.
western wall. Go ahead and roll 1d6 for each of them.
So 3, 1, 5.
All right. We'll spread those hit points evenly. And all right. The healing spirit moves through, providing healing powers to each of the individuals who are strained up,
Sweet.
and they look a little less haggard.
I'm inspired by the good I'm doing, so I'm going to shoot him with my bow.
All right.
Yeah.
That will connect. It sinks in deep into his thigh. Nagini comes in for the bite, and he dodges it handily.
Okay.
Talk, you're next.
I am. Technically, I'm 20 yards from here because he has a big icon.
Yeah.
I'm good. You can see
Yep.
that, right?
Yep.
Okay. Then hit him twice from here.
28 will hit, 13 will not. You bludgeon him on the other knee. Are you moving at all?
And that is all.
Okay. So I have to make a dex save against those tentacles, right?
Let me scroll back up. DC 15 dex save, yes.
All right. He succeeds.
Why the disadvantage?
Advantage.
Oh, advantage. Okay.
He has advantage on all magical checks.
Okay.
You watch him still looking at you, Kent, with
Mhm.
angry, burning eyes. And then you watch him as his form just vanishes from there and appears right next to you.
Okay.
And he's
He
going
attacks
to...
you with disadvantage.
He attacks with disadvantage, but he's going to attempt to swing at you with his claw. 16.
He will hit me.
And you should make a con save.
Yeah. Bam.
Fail.
Okay.
So we'll start with you taking the initial 13 points of damage,
All right.
and you're now subjected to a fiendish wound at the start of each of your turns.
I have no idea what that means, but okay.
Means at each time he hits you with any sort of attack, the damage. Oh, hang on a minute. What is it? Saving throw. Take 5, 2d4 slashing damage at the start of each of your turns. So at the start of every one of your turns, you take 2d4 damage. Each time it hits you, the damage dealt by the wound increases by an additional 2d4. Any creature can take the action to stanch the wound with a successful Wisdom Medicine check. The wound also closes if the target receives magical healing. So you're basically bleeding.
Okay.
Sir Bradford is next. He is going to swing around at you in a defensive position, taking his sword, and he is his scimitar, and he is going to swing it in at the big fellow. Hitting. It swings in, chunking off a little bit of the flesh, but this creature looks relatively undeterred. And he will stay in sort of a protective stance in front of you. Will is next. Will's going to burn a bonus action to heal you because, that's what he normally does.
Yep.
We're just going to cast at level 1, so you get 9 hit points back. I'll let you add that on your own.
Okay. I will do that. Let me just do that.
And then he'll just cast another Vicious Mockery at the big fella. And this time the big fellow saves against the throw. And Kent, you're up next.
Kent is going to touch himself and cast invisibility.
All right. You thoroughly touch yourself.
You want me to link that?
Yeah, please.
All right. Hang on.
As Sir Bradford stands in front of you in sort of a protective manner, you begin to fade from view.
I am invisible now.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to walk right the fuck away from that thing.
All right.
Let's see. Hold on. Ruler. Wait, where's my ruler? I'm going to come down here to there.
Okay. All right. Turn invisible and retreat. Tegan, you're next.
All right. I'm technically not engaged with him, right? There's space between me and him.
Sir Bradford's in between you and him.
Yeah. Okay. So what I would like to do. You know what? I'm gonna change that idea. This is what I am going to use this instead. Cast Conjure Animal, and I want the Rhino, and I want him right about here.
Okay.
Rhinoceroses.
Come on. Why is it not moving the damn...
Rhinos are stubborn.
There we go. All right. And the size of that, just to be sure, large. So he's eyeing a big fucker.
All right. Go ahead and roll his initiative.
Yep.
Onto the board. Okay, and what's this real fast? Where am I at? And then, well, since Kent casts invisible on somebody, I can't see him, right?
No.
You can't see Kent, no.
So I can't really heal him then either. All right. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and move here,
Mm-hmm.
and that will be my turn.
Okay. Now, You rolled initiative for them already, so they're in front of you. Then we move to the top of the round. Nagini is next. Now, I will say, because you're focused on invisibility, I believe the black tentacles are gone. If I recall correctly, that's concentration.
100% correct.
All right.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey,
we just started the fight
Hey.
against the demon, so
Hey.
does 26 hit?
26 does hit.
Perfect.
There's no poisonous effect, clearly.
I'm sorry, you said demon?
Clearly.
Yep.
That's what he said.
Should I have remembered a demon? Or is this new?
This is the fella you kind of stumbled across torturing these four. You'll see. Yeah, we're in the midst of this battle here. We ended right at the end here. It looks like a demon anyway. It's a big fella with wings and a great axe. Demonic-looking fellow with wings and a great axe. Okay, but the bite does happen there. Dr. Connors?
I'm going to move so I can kind of have line of sight here.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to move the healing spirit to the Aarakocra, so it should heal the soldier person and the Aarakocra.
All right, go ahead and roll 1d6s for both of them.
Whoa.
Whoa.
A 6 and a 1.
All right.
Life's not fair.
All right, and then I will shoot him with my bow. Or
Was he in the room with these prisoners here before?
Yes.
He was.
And he moved out, and then we moved in.
Yeah. Well, we moved in to fight him, and he
Teleported.
portaled.
Oh, he flanked us. Nice.
All right.
Skeevy devil.
The bow will miss. The bite will not.
Cool.
All right. Doc, you're up next.
I'm just going to be lazy and throw my staff at him again. Don't even need
Alright.
to move.
18 will hit. 13 will not.
God.
Get him across the chin. He's looking a little haggard at this point. If you're not moving, he's going to go next.
I will
Have-
stay right here.
All right. Having had enough of this annoying snake, he's going to take his large great axe and chop into it.
Yeah.
39 points of damage. Snake goes down.
Wow. I'm certainly glad I turned invisible.
Sir Bradford is going to take his scimitar and again try to swing into him. And he will hit, doing a little bit of damage. But he's going to try to hold this thing's attention for the time being. Will, you're up next.
Will is going to move here. Oh, wait, before I do that, let me read something real quick. I don't suppose. Do you recall, Killy, when I cast protection from evil? Who did I cast that on? On Tuck, I think. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
All right.
Yeah.
I don't think it says I can't cast that spell again until the next dawn. It hasn't been the next dawn, has it?
No, we've only rested for 8
Yeah,
hours
well,
at the most.
And all right, so I can't cast that. That was going to be my. That just sounded good. All right, so let's see. Let's see. Is he wearing any metal?
He does not appear to be, no.
But the axe is metal.
The axe is metal.
All right, I'm going to cast that on his axe.
All right. All right. So you watch as the heat from the axe begins to glow a little hot, and it seems like it has some effect on him, but it's not a particularly strong effect.
So it doesn't cause him to drop it.
He is a demon.
He gets to make the con save. and succeeds. So he does not drop it.
Piss. All right.
Well, piss.
I'll
He's
stay right where I am.
All right.
As a bonus action, I'm going to cast a healing word on Sneck. Or
You spend
Nice
your action casting heat metal. As a spell, you can only cast a spell and then a cantrip as a bonus action, or a bonus action spell and then a cantrip as an action. You can't do.
I stand corrected. Then I'm fine. Thank you.
All right, Kent, you have retreated and are invisible behind the rest of your party.
Yes, I am. Give me 1 second here. Let me just bear with me 1 second. I just need to read this again. Don't count it as a cast. Attacks or cast a spell. I am going to invisibly go up here and see if I can figure out a way if I can get any of these guys out of their chains. If it's, I don't know if they have locks or if they're just bound really well or something along those lines. Can I see that?
I'm sorry, you're looking at the locks to see if there's a way to unbind
Well, I'm
them?
seeing if they're locked or if they actually has a lock on it, or if there is any way to unbind them or get them down.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
All right.
You perceive they're fucked. Oh.
Perception.
So the victims themselves are actually, as you get a closer look, it looked like they were kind of locked on like a handcuffs or something, maybe locked up. But you look back, and as you get a closer look, you realize they're not hooked. They're not chained. They're hooked. There's literally a hook going through their hands, binding them against the wall.
Can I remove the hook?
You could try.
I will try to remove the hook. What do I need to do?
Make a strength check.
Roar! No, that's a save.
That's a save.
Yeah. Hold on. Which I'm sure will go that much better on that. Roar!
You can't lift a pencil, let alone a hook.
Okay.
You try to shift this thing, it barely moves an inch. And the drow just looks up at you with a haggard breath and is like, what the hell do you think you're doing?
He doesn't look up at me at all unless he can see invisibility.
That's true. You know what? I forgot about that. So, yeah, it's like nothing happens.
Okay.
And your turn's done. Let's move to the rhino.
All right.
Unless you want to move. You trying to move, that would be your action, so.
No, well, the rhino's going to move here and hit him with gore.
I almost broke my ass.
All right.
I don't really know why that was with advantage. I don't even have advantage set on this tune. So
I gotta set it. It's not the details set correctly.
All right.
To be fair, I think it was the 25 that wins.
Which I like, but it didn't show the damage.
We'll count to 25. Just click the ability one more time.
Okay.
Okay, but I'll count the crit fail. But yeah, the gore will hit.
All right, and because of
yeah, the gore will hit. We'll do the 9 points of damage. Okay.
And because of that, he was more than 20 feet away. He has to. How do I link this part of it?
You don't. It moves at least 20 feet straight forward. It hits with an attack on the same target. The target takes an extra. Go ahead and just roll an extra 2d8.
All right.
Go to the 8.
And he'll have to make a strength save. All right. So he takes the gore damage as this rhino comes plowing into him, and then.
Does that count as a sneak attack because it was from behind him?
No, he does not fall prone. Tegan, you're up next.
I am going to hit him with Eldritch Blast again.
All right. 20 will hit. He's wailed, and he's looking pretty bad off at this point.
And since that was a cantrip, I am going to cast Healing Word on Snick. Give him.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Hey, is your
actually,
uniform clean? Because it's picture day tomorrow.
try to get him up for his next round.
Did he send anything home about it?
Okay. Thank you. All right. So, healing is done. Are you moving at all?
No, I'm staying right here.
All right. Snack is next, and he's back on his feet.
Bite.
Miss.
Damn.
All right. Dr. Connors?
Dr. Connors is pissed. He's sprinting in. He's just charging. Here we go. And he's gonna fight with Iron Fang and fire.
All right. Both attacks will come in.
Amazing.
All right. And how do you want to do this?
Ooh. Well, I strike with Iron Fang, and clearly he takes this humongous amount of thunder damage because his stomach almost explodes. But then, right as he's leaning over, I shove fire into his eye, and it sizzles a bit before he falls to the ground.
All right.
That's awesome.
You charge in with both weapons drawn, taking the particularly nasty Iron Fang as you slice across his stomach. He grabs it, dropping his axe, still burning from the heat metal, in pain and agony, and it's as if he's trying to hold his guts in. And it doesn't last for very long as the spear, or as the stab from fire goes right through his eye, and there's a brief second where you watch as Dr. Connors in his lizard form strikes both times in perfect execution before he slowly draws the blade back, sheaths it, and begins to cool guy move, slowly walk away as the sizzle burns around his eyes and he just collapses.
Will starts applauding like the Collector when Gamora killed Thanos.
Cool guy.
Kent summons all of his strength and tries to get the drow off
Wait,
of
is
the
this
hook.
Rhino still attacking us?
The rhino's Tegan's buddy.
Oh, awesome. Never mind. I thought he was an enemy. Fuck.
But Kent would like to try, while still invisible, to
Uh-huh.
undo the drow.
All right. Let me make another strength check.
I just want to see if I crit fail again. Rawr!
There's a little more than just the soft, not really soft, but a breeze just kind of blowing through.
Okay. And Kent says out loud, "Hey guys, come and get this guy off the hook."
And you hear the mage startle as he listens to the voice coming as if from where?
I'm going to try and help this Aarakocra.
I am maintaining invis, by the way.
All right.
I will not. I'll not be helping anyone. I need some assistance.
The hooks aren't moving.
Will just wanders into the room and strolls, playing a gentle tune on his lute.
Better
Like,
idea.
Yay, you're free.
I'm gonna go over here and perception check and see what's on this body.
I'm gonna use Iron Fang to hit the chain.
tomorrow.
I'm gonna try and
Your
bring the chain
bottoms
down.
all are that tomorrow.
There's nothing on the body itself, Tegan,
So the axe is not even.
aside from the
anything
axe.
good? Okay.
It's a very particularly wicked-looking axe, but you don't detect any faint traces of magic off of it.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Clear away the cobwebs and the sorrow.
Get us out of here!
Till there's none.
You're worse than that
Did-
fucker ever was!
Did that chain break when I attacked it?
Oh, you're attacking it? Okay, cool. So as soon as you attack it with Iron Fang, it's as if the chain shatters into a million pieces in the air. Thank you. It's freed from the hook. It's as if
As
the hook
he-
disintegrates as you hit it with Iron Fang.
As he lands right on my healing spirit.
Sure, go ahead and roll another d6.
Sweet. What?
This is the
All right.
Watch as a
Like-
paper
like the-
cut begins to heal.
this is like the fire cult basement, right?
Air cult.
I thought this was the fire cult.
Nope.
Didn't Earth? I thought we were in Earth.
Nope.
Didn't we go down from where the Minotaurs? Oh no, we went back. That's right, we went back down. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Never mind.
I'm gonna hit the next chain, and then I'll move around the
All right,
room, hitting.
That does it. All right, make another attack roll. That'll do it. Those two are free. Last is the drow. And he is freed, almost falling into Tuck's arms as he stands in front of him.
All right. Now that they're down, or I mean, clearly they're appreciative, but I don't trust them. So I'm on my guard. I still have my weapons out, just making sure they're not doing anything shady. Do they say anything? What's going on?
Hey, can we see the rest of the room, please?
Sure, make a perception check.
Stop. Oh, you're serious about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you're as he's going through and freeing the rest of the captives, you're getting a sense of the room next around you. And as you look around, you notice there is some bit of scattered debris off to the side. And inside, you see, within the debris, you do find a silk pouch. Looks like it's made out of spider silk. Inside is 23 platinum. And a necklace. It looks like a necklace that is made out of some sort of beads.
23 plat, damn.
Beaded necklace. Can you describe the beads?
The
Angle.
they're no.
Sorry.
The beads look like they're made out of different gemstones. A couple of them are made out of aquamarine. One of them looks like it may be made out of black pearl. A couple more of them look like they might be made out of topaz.
Yeah, not as cool as my pimp chain.
As you go about freeing everybody, they begin to get up, kind of examine their hands, and they say, "If it's all right with you, we'd like to get out of here."
I mean, I'm not going to stop them from leaving so long as they're not going to impede us or tell of our whereabouts to people who would harm us. I say to them.
Okay. As you say it to all of them, the drow will pipe up. I want nothing to do with any of this. I just want to go home. And
Perfect.
the
I was worried
Aarakocra
most about him.
The Aarakocra says, "I just want to be out in the open sky again. We are not built for these caverns." The two humans will say, "There's nothing for us here anymore."
What is this, an encounter group? Go, says Will.
With pleasure, and they all begin to flee.
I get. I'll give you 5 to 1. They don't make it out alive.
Since
Do we
Kent,
want to escort them?
Yeah, let's go all the way back out.
Yeah, you're right. I don't want to at all.
so
They're gone.
since Kent's still invisible, I
Mhm.
mean to the naked eye, I'd just like to move down here and see what's down this way.
A couple of caverns begin to branch off towards the south as well as towards the west.
And I'm going to say, hey guys, just come to the mouth of the cave. I'm going to look forward a little bit. I'm gonna go over here. Do I perceive any kind of traps or anything?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. I'll wander.
Just
Sorry.
all right.
I'll wander up to here and stop.
Okay. In the chamber beyond, from what you can see, dark as it is, there's a number of mushrooms, and the cavern floor is uneven.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the other way. I remember what happened last time I ran into mushrooms. I'm gonna go down here, just kind of get a lay of the land, figure out if I can see anything down here.
Mhm.
Probably not
The cavern
much.
goes back around towards towards your right.
I'm gonna run back up here, and I'm gonna report to the guys. To our south, there is a cavern. It looks like it curves back around to our west, and to the east of us, there looks like there is a cavern full of fungi. You'll understand why I don't really want to walk in there first.
Because
you
you're
like
not
fungus.
a fun guy.
I'm not that fun a guy. I last time I had an encounter with some fungi.
You almost died.
Yeah, yes, because someone feared a hooking beast that had me in its grasp away. So
God, I'm never going to hear the end of that, am I?
no.
No.
It's funny.
Okay, so Kent says, as you will.
All right.
Do we want to check out that room above? Like, we didn't check out the rest of the room with the
Oh
demons.
yeah, we can do that. Let's check out that huge room.
Yeah, over here.
Oh, you want me to go look up there first?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll walk over this way.
Okay. Let's see. Where are you? I
About
lost where you went.
5 things west
Okay.
of Will.
The chamber continues down to the south and to the west. You can see more bodies of slain Smurfeblin.
I go, hey guys, there's more. I walk over.
I'll save you a little bit of time. That all just kind of loops around.
Okay.
Oh, would you look at that?
So,
Looks like it's mushrooms for dinner.
looks like it's a big circle, fellas.
The mushrooms are stalactites. Take your pick.
Let's mushroom it up. Who doesn't like a mushroom stamp? Am I right?
All right, Will will do his stealthy thing and move to about there.
Okay.
And slowly start to go along just to try to get more of the room.
Sure.
Try to avoid
Peering-
the mushrooms. Try not to disturb them.
So the bulk of the floor here is pretty uneven, and there are at least a few spots just covered with stools. So you're gonna have to really sidestep around in order to avoid them entirely.
Okay.
The caps of these toadstools are some of them are spotted white, some of them are spotted green, some of them are spotted blue, and some of them are low and wide that kind of look like forest ferns. Some of them almost as tall as you are, and the stems as thick as the trunk of trees. Some others yet shed a faint light that eerily illuminates this area in a sloped passage, one that slopes down, it looks like down to a shoreline of some kind, to I'll reveal it here, to some sort of underground lake or something. And beneath whispering gusts of air, you can hear the dripping water.
So it's like a mushroom forest. It's thick.
Yes.
All right. But with clearing, like I can move, right? It's not like so thick that I have to. And the center looks clear.
Yep.
All right. So I will move here, trying not to touch anything. Moving carefully, stepping carefully. Pause for a moment.
Okay. You hear nothing but the dripping of water and the whistling of wind.
What about up north? Does the room continue on?
Peering up north, it looks like it continues on for a little bit into a narrow passageway.
All right, I'm going to go down and check out the water. And you just let me know if something happens while I move myself. I'll stop.
While he moves down there, I'm gonna just shoot some mushrooms with my bow. Just
Why, dude?
randomly.
Why? What is wrong with you?
You're down there. I'm shooting up.
Yeah,
Make
but
Make an attack roll.
I'll shoot 3 times in different places up there to the north.
The bow malfunctions, and you have to take about 5 minutes to restring it while Will goes down to the south.
Damn it.
thank God.
Uh-huh.
Someone want to rein in his worst instincts, please.
I sense collusion here.
Right.
Will turns around and goes, "Are you serious right now?" When he hears the bow.
As it breaks.
Sir Bradford will kneel down and examine one of the nearby mushrooms.
Sure, just go ahead and rub it on your face there, Sammy.
He says, these aren't... there's no danger with these unless you eat them, it seems.
All right. What happens when you eat them?
You're poisoned.
All right, hit me up with some description of this lake here.
All right, so peering across the lake here, it's a fairly large chamber.
Ooh.
and you can get a good sense of it. Inside, you can see within the center of this lake is a raised island, and sitting in the middle of that island is a yellow casket that rests on the flat top of a stone column. And this mirror has an eerie glow.
I call everyone up. Say, hey, come check this out.
Here I come. Oh wait, no, that's water. Here I stay. I'll be back here. Let me know if you need me.
It's Y instead of A, but otherwise I think you got it.
I assume I've been feeding him. Anyways, yeah, let me know how that water goes. I'll be here.
Don't you guys want to check this out?
I'm sure someone does.
Come on. Kurt, you love defiling crypts and stuff.
I'll move in front of the bar just so we can get this.
Yeah.
You don't have to move in
That's
front
on
of me,
water
I'm
though,
just
right?
saying. Yeah.
Is it? Yep. I'll come to about here. That'll be as close as I get. You guys just let me know how that room goes.
All right, Will's going to start moving along the path here.
Okay.
To try to get a view more of this part of the room.
Sure.
They don't wear church uniforms tomorrow.
Can I sense how deep this water is? Is it something I could walk across, just wading through it, or do I have to swim?
Peering at the water itself, looks like it's maybe 15 deep at the
Okay.
deeper points. So probably
Does it look like you could get up
So
on
somewhere
that
around here.
stone column by
Right.
swimming to it?
you'd have to climb up the stone column because the column itself is actually about 20 feet up in the air. But yes.
20 feet up, you say?
Mhm.
And how high is the ceiling here?
The ceiling itself here is, let's double check, is 30 feet.
All right. I'm going to cast Wild Shape and turn myself into a giant eagle and then fly over to this sarcophagus area.
All right. You turn into the eagle and fly up to the very, very top. Do you break the shapeshift or do you stay as an eagle?
For now, I stay as an eagle because that way I can look around and see what's going on.
Sure. You get a good sense of the cavern around you. As you fly up, you do note there is a inscription on the casket, but unless you read Dwarvish, you can't read what it says. You also, yeah, that's what you read on the casket itself.
Okay.
He tries to tell us, but it just comes out squawk. we can't understand him. Actually, when you're shapeshifted, you can talk to us, right?
No.
Dude,
Did I figure that out?
I almost choked on my Cheez-Its right there.
So
Anyone else want to go up to the top of the thing with me? Hey, Sir Bradford, come over here, Will says. When Sir Bradford comes over, Will reaches into his magical bag and pulls out that carpet, rolls it out. Sir Bradford and I get on, and up we go.
All right.
And we're going to go to over here.
All right. You fly to the very, very top of the casket. Looking at the inscription as the eagle Tegan points it out, it reads, "Here rests Godwin the Wormbane, Dragon Slayer and Peacekeeper."
Killy,
Godwin the Wormbane.
while they're all doing this, I'm just going to quietly walk my way over this way.
All right. And from the top of the chamber here, you can see there's a cavern that continues on.
Right? What? Blue, right?
Dragon Killer and Peacekeeper.
Mom, please don't
Yep.
All right, so
What are you talking about?
make a history roll to see if I know him from any of my stories.
I'll save you some time, but as far as you can tell, he's just a
I don't want my
little bit of noise in the background. As far as you can tell, he's just a hero from the area here that's been buried in reverence, which is my way of saying
but
we don't
you
read a
say
history
it's-
for the character.
But you say it's glowing.
The lake has an eerie glow to it.
Oh, the lake has a glow to it, not the casket.
Kent's just going to walk up and around, avoiding the water itself, because he remembers what happened last time he touched a form of water. And gently walk around the edges here. And just see if you can see anything.
Not from that position.
How about there?
As a human with your little light, not a whole lot.
Okay.
It just looks like the cavern continues on.
Alright, that's cool. I'll just kind of walk back. Wait.
I'm
for
gonna
him.
fly
I'll
over
send
to
you
where he
intel.
was and see what I can see up there.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Still
know I
in
was
eagle
there, but
form.
you could still do that. Yeah.
Appearing around at the cavern, it looks like it continues on somewhere down into the deep. You can make out.
Alright.
Peering down there is the walls in here look like they've been smoothed a little bit, as if the stone was actually melted. And you can see there's a few stalagmites in the back of the chamber, as well as a few elongated stalactites that bend and lean in unnatural arcs. There is a strong draft blowing from in there.
All right, I'm going to fly back down here with Sir Bradford.
Is
And
the
then-
draft warm air or cold air?
It feels lukewarm.
Okay.
I'm going to call over to Tuck and Kurt. Come on, guys. Onward.
You just wrote a thing over there, and I have to walk all the way around.
Flying carpet, yeah. Yeah, all right. You want to ride?
I mean, kinda. I wouldn't mind.
All right. I'll fly back, pick up Kurt and
sweet.
his
Okay.
snake, and we'll fly over.
Right.
And then let's do this old sneaky thing again. You guys hang out here, and I'll go up.
Are you
Stealthily.
sneaking while flying?
No, I roll up the carpet and put it away.
Okay.
I tell the party, hang out around this corner, and I'm going to sneak up and try to see what I can see here.
All right. There are more of these stalagmites and stalactites. You can see they're kind of bent and warped in unnatural patterns.
Kent, as quietly as he can, is just going to follow up behind Will. Will does
Do
not know
these-
that.
All right.
Do these patterns form any type of shapes looking at them from a distance?
Looking at them from a distance, they just bend and lean in unnatural arcs, and they look like they have a smooth, rippled look about them, as if they've been kind of cleaned.
Oh. Kurt, need you. Will calls out, Kurt, Kurt, to the front, please.
Oh, I'm coming. Sorry. What's up?
All right. See how all these rocks look cleaned?
Yes.
All right. What do you think's cleaning them?
I don't know. Let's find out. I'll smash one.
Hey!
Pull out my hammer and hit it.
All right, hang on a sec.
Kent thinks to himself, we need to get that hammer out of his hand.
My hammer.
All right, so you take your iron fang and you just bang against one of the nearby stalagmites as it begins to kind of ripple from the thunderous effect, and you watch as bits of this clean stone just begins to shatter all over the place.
Doesn't look so clean anymore. Well, I'm gonna put a few clues together. My intellect isn't very high, but my wisdom is, and I'll say lukewarm air, very smooth, clean-looking rocks. Perhaps there is something fiery this direction.
I think you're right. What's the ceiling look like, Kill?
Validated.
It looks like it's got that same sort of clean-looking feeling that the rest of these rocks and everything have.
Is there any soot or smoke damage anywhere up on the ceiling?
Not that you can see.
I did say validated. Ha. All right. Well, what do we want to do, boys? I don't really think backtracking's super good because, we have to go back through that water. So we might as well just go this way, right?
And
All
Kent,
right, so
Kent speaks up
Hank-
and says, we're down here for a reason. Let's see if we can...
We'll move ahead, sneaking, and peek around the corner.
Okay. Peeking around the corner, it looks like the cavern continues off to the south somewhere and off to the north somewhere.
All right, I'll actually move to here. Look
All
north.
right. It looks like it continues on north, but somewhere.
All right, and then I'll move here.
All right.
What's going on south?
Continues on to a narrow cavern down to the south somewhere.
Yeah, that's where I want to go.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm waiting
I'll
back
follow, I guess.
behind the
Waiting.
guys.
Waiting for me to die.
I'm just kind of keeping an eye on our Bard as he's searching through.
Kent's
Which
watching
way?
our rear.
Okay, so I guess if it's hot air, it must be moving slightly because that's how air works. Which way do I think it's blowing?
So, Kent, as you're waiting in the back,
Uh-huh.
you look and see one of the nearby cracks, and you hear drip, 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 and you see something black beginning to shift out of it.
From
And then you see a lot of black something beginning to shift out of it
from
from a crack in the wall,
a crack in the wall.
and it begins to form into something very, very large right next to you.
Oh boy.
I need
But
everyone
he's
to roll
invisible,
initiative.
right? Yeah.
Well, just because I'm invisible to some things doesn't mean I'm invisible
Right,
to
right.
all things.
I can dream.
Do I know what this is? And am I in combat yet?
So first, yes, everybody go ahead and roll initiative. And then, if you wish, I'll allow you to go ahead and make a Arcana check to see if you can discern about this particular creature.
All right.
Okay. This belongs within the same sort of ooze of family, akin to that of a gelatinous cube. This one is known as a black pudding. It's it tends to, basically wrap itself around its victims and begin to just dissolve them.
Okay. Great.
All right.
I eat black pudding like him for breakfast.
Nagini is up first.
That was a breakfast joke. All right. Yeah, Nagini's good. She knows not to go near black pudding, so she'll move down here.
All right.
Black pudding, an exquisite English dish.
To save you a little bit of effort, it's a dead end down here.
Oh, good.
All right. Tegan, if the snake's not doing anything, you're next.
Okay. You know what? I'm not one to mince words with this. I will fly in and as the eagle, and I will attack with my talons.
All right.
Oh.
Maybe the eagle's not set correctly either.
Probably not.
Which can crit. All right, just make that roll again.
All right.
Okay. 10 is going to be enough to hit, so you actually come in and you do slice against it.
Okay. And then I get
as
2
you-
attacks.
Okay, well,
Go ahead.
before that happens,
Oh, okay.
as you slice into it, first off, it will take the totality of that damage. Secondly, it will actually split into 2 smaller puddings. And I need to do some quick math. As your talons slice in, it actually splits it in 2. And now you have 2 creatures maneuvering.
Okay.
Awesome quick math.
And secondly,
1 divided by 2.
You need to make a con save.
now their hit points split. Secondly, you take, as you slice into it, 2 acid points of damage on your eagle form,
Okay.
and just track that somewhere else.
I'll put in temporary hit points just to make my life easy.
Okay.
So you said take 2. So
All right. So you take 2 points of acid damage as you slice in,
all right.
and you watch as this black pudding is split into 2 smaller variants.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use my second attack on. We'll go with this guy up here.
All right.
Top one.
All right. Yes. So, you slice in with your second attack on the talons. You're going to take another 7 points of corrosive acid damage as it slices in. And then you also watch as that one splits into 2 smaller copies. And I can't really reduce the size all that much, but they're tiny versions of that same pudding.
I guess you miss the Legion dungeon that had that stupid spawn that split all the time.
All right, so you slice in twice, take a little bit of acid damage, and you took 1 large pudding and you just sliced it into 3. Are you doing anything else?
Not at this moment.
All right. They all are going to go next, and they're all going to take the opportunity to attempt to wrap themselves around you. They're all going to cast Pseudopod against you. That's going to miss. The 18 is going to hit against your eagle there. So you're going to take 4 points of damage. And as well as 16 points of acid damage. So
Okay,
let's
so that-
compare that to the eagle form first. You had 26 hit points in the eagle. You took 9 before. 13 and 16.
Should be
So
3 points against
3
my
points.
regular form.
Yep, 3 points against your regular form.
Yep.
And I will add then, I believe the armor you're wearing is regular leather armor.
Yep.
So you lose 1 AC as part of it begins to dissolve
Okay.
Permanently?
permanently.
Fuck.
And the armor is actually destroyed if the penalty reduces its AC to 10. So you're fine for now, but... Alright. And then the last one's going to make another attack against you. That's going to hit. So you take the 29 points of damage there, and your AC goes down by another 1. As the... Let me just double check the leather armor here real quick. Oh, come on. 11 plus dex modifier. So your leather armor is actually destroyed.
Okay.
It's completely corroded as these things envelop and wrap around you. All right. Kent, you're up next.
All right. So I have a question real fast.
Mhm.
And tell me if I'm being too clever for my own good here.
Never.
The turn order right now is me, Will, and me, Miles,
Dr. Connors. Yep.
and Will. We all rolled 9s. And obviously, because it somehow put me up at the top, if I shout a warning for them to run, and then backed up about 5 feet and cast Fireball on the grouping of stuff right there, would they be able to dodge it?
They have to move as part of their turn. You can tell them to run, but it wouldn't affect the fireball in any meaningful way. They would have to get out of the way first.
Okay. So, what
Can't you exclude us from the damage, though? Don't you have that ability?
Yes, but I can't exclude everyone from the damage.
Oh, I get it.
I'll take the damage.
So, Kent is going to back up to here, and he is going to cast Fireball. And he is, I will link the, I will post this for you. So I am going to be able to spare 4 people. And the 4 people I would choose to spare, even though they're attaching itself to my friend there, is myself, the ranger, or the druid, Garen, and Sir Bradford.
Good, good.
And I would like to center that fireball right on that massive shit.
Okay. So, Link the fireball spell for me.
I will do that. Would you like me to cast it?
If you're going to
Yes,
cast it,
shit.
yes.
Yes, I will be casting it. Ooh,
Okay.
I
20-foot
rolled high
circle.
on that.
What's the range on it?
20
Uh,
feet.
20 feet,
20
sorry.
foot cube. So if
Sorry.
we landed, say, there, you can protect Tegan, and that's really the only one you'd have to protect.
Yes.
It says 20-foot circle. Is that diameter or radius? I never know.
hold on. It rolled the attack. I'll link the actual spell, and you can read it. Hold on.
20-foot diameter.
Right. So really, it's much bigger. And I was
The
centering it
diameter.
on the ooze.
The radius of a circle is from its center to its edge. The diameter is from one edge to the other.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
then, okay.
it affects a 20-foot circle like that. So
Okay. Yeah. So I cast that, and I'm
Okay.
sparing them, just in case.
so we'll say it hits lax puddings with relative ease.
Yes.
So they all are going to have to make their dex saves, which are not particularly dexterous.
Have to be a 15.
Fail, fail, 15. Why does it show 11 then?
It's a 20-foot radius sphere in the full spell.
Oh, my bad.
No.
Okay.
So Killy's wrong. It's bigger.
Okay, time out.
Shouldn't that be
Sure.
my spell save, not the spell set save? Or am I wrong with Fireball?
Your spell save isn't showing correctly, so I'm gonna do this.
That's a 20-foot diameter circle. Yes.
No, it's supposed to be a 20-foot radius sphere.
Oh, radius.
Right.
That's so that would be. What's that?
Let's do this just to make it easier on us.
There
20-foot
you
radius
go.
sphere.
Yeah.
Like, it should be able to cook off enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping.
So, bear with me a second.
Yeah.
Sure.
Does that look better?
I like that a lot. Because then that's 4 people.
So I see smashes radius. Yeah. So Miles is right. Yep, Miles is right.
Okay, so
Okay.
the initial damage I rolled was a 37, and they failed.
Yes. So they all failed their attacks. You're sculpting that spell to protect
Tegan's actual physical flesh. And
1 plus the spell's circle. So you're casting at a 3rd level. You can protect up to 3 people. 1 plus the spell, protect up to 4 people. So you
4
can protect
people.
Okay.
So everyone in it, yeah.
Yep, so everyone in it except for the globs.
Okay. In that case, you incinerate all the globs.
Okay.
Well, in that case.
And you're out of combat.
And I'm no longer
Nice.
invisible.
Good work.
And you're no longer
Good
invisible.
work, me.
Will walks up.
I
Will
really
walks
showed
up.
him.
Will walks up. What was that? Did I miss something?
I'm gonna ask the bard if there's any additional leather armor in his bag of holding.
I
No,
tell you
I'll-
that there definitely is some woman's blue leather armor that he could put on.
No, we sold that.
The ones we got from Beyonce, we sold. I guess
pretty
no one
sure.
needed them, so yeah, that makes
I
sense.
don't have it in my books anymore. So we
okay.
probably changed it into coin. I do have a very large chain hauberk from that Minotaur, if you want it.
It probably wouldn't fit you, Tegan.
Well,
Yeah, I'll
there
say
you
I
go.
don't think I can wear.
Oh no, wait, I'm sorry. Kurt, you have the +1 leather armor of swimming.
That's what he was
That's
talking
why
about
I
earlier.
didn't see it. But I have Kurt's name next to that. That's why, for whatever reason. Yeah, but we have it. You can have it.
It's
So-
suited for a girl, so it might not really fit you, but you can
There's a
change your
journal
form,
entry
so.
for it, I think.
Well, he
Hold
is
on.
an elf.
I believe there was a journal entry for it, I thought.
He is an elf. He should fit just fine in girls' clothing.
Oh yeah, you little
Sure.
elfling, you.
Nautical leather armor, right now.
Yeah, I see it.
It's in the
+1 leather armor
Oh,
doubles
there's-
the swim speed of the wearer.
yeah, there's no picture though. But I mean,
Ah.
for intents and purposes, it's armor, leather armor. Yeah, it's +1.
I'll say it'll be a tight fit, but if you really want to squeeze into it, you can squeeze into it.
Yeah,
It's a little
leather,
big around the boobs, but
Nothing
you should be
like-
fine.
Nothing like tight leather pants on a druid.
Yeah, why not?
That'll increase your armor up to 14 then.
Let's search this joint. There's got to be something in here that didn't get eaten.
My guess would be if it dissolves leather armor, most of the things would be dissolved.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
there's
look
a
in the crack it came out of.
Put a straw in there. Wow.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna look in that crack.
I'm gonna burn 4 of my summer court fey energies to heal myself.
Kurt, another black ooze comes from the crack and it dissolves your eye. You take 9 points of psychic damage and your right eye's blinded. No, I'm kidding. No, nothing. It's just a crack in the wall.
Okay.
You get the sense that the ooze probably made its lair here, hoping to trap anybody who wandered haplessly into it.
Well, he did kind of, but then got incinerated. You find out it's a dead end. Fuck me. All right, let's GTFO.
Back to the mushroom forest.
Yeah, can you put me on your carpet and check out what's down here at the bottom? I don't think it's anything, but I can't see it.
I'll
So.
save you some time. There.
It's nothing. Okay, cool. Yeah, mushroom forest it is. What haven't we explored?
Mushroom forest, I believe, leads up to more stalagmites. But
There's this like
we
very
never
southern
checked that out.
portion of the map we didn't go down, and then going up, I believe that connects. And then far north, there was like wind, I think, up here, right? It was really windy, and we saw some dead bodies and didn't go that way.
Yeah, we'll check that out after we check this northern passage out.
I'm going to slowly work my way back around the outskirts of the water killing and walk my way
I
up.
think we all rode on the carpet, right?
Oh,
Or-
okay.
I don't know.
I can take Kurt with me on the carpet. I don't know how big the carpet is. I don't think it was that big. I assume like a 2-man, 3-man max carpet.
Well, we all rode here from the fucking tower with it.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, so it must be much bigger. Okay. All right, so, Kelly, I'm going to just proceed up stealthily unless you tell me something happens.
Okay.
To about
Proceeding
here?
up, it wraps up to a chamber that you saw earlier, which looks to be sort of a stalagmite garden, which seems to coincide north with this mushroom garden that you wandered through. But you see there is a chasm off to your right there. There are several windy tunnels here, and you do see along the very, very edges of this cavern are natural footsteps, but you kind of have to hug the edge of it.
Well, we want to cross over.
Agreed.
We can use the carpet.
Makes total sense.
Killy,
Mhm.
standing near the edge of this, the chasm, right? Is there any kind of updraft coming up out of there?
There's no updraft coming out of the chasm itself. In fact, it feels like wind is pushing down into the chasm.
Okay. But you say there are footholds or handholds into the side of the rock?
You can shimmy along the edge of the rock.
Do I get the impression that I'm going to have to make an athletics check to shimmy along the rock and fall down the chasm?
Acrobatics, but yes.
Well, then Kent will wait till the others have gone.
Sir Bradford will point
we
and
use
say, "You first."
We can use the carpet. Just fly across.
We'll
I
make a perception check.
I will not be using the carpet.
The wind here is pretty strong. If you used a carpet, you might be able to get across, but you'd have to kind of drag it through the wind. In the worst case scenario, it just slips you out from under its feet. We'll make an acrobatics check.
Oh, you already went.
I'm going to prep a die of Bardic Inspiration.
All right.
Oh! Unnecessary.
you tap into the elvish part of your heritage, and you nimbly, practically leap across, or sachet, shall we say, across the footholds off to the other end of the chasm here. And you can get a sense the chasm also continues around down to the south there, and there's much stronger winds to the south.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, guys. Come on.
Oh, Jesus.
Kent's going to wait.
I'm going to. Can we make some sort of rope bridge and I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I just want to make sure I don't fall off and die.
For what it's worth, it's thin enough that Nagini can get through, no problem. You would have to shimmy.
All right, fuck it. Here I go shimmying again.
Shimmy, shimmy, go.
Oh boy, here I go shimmying again. Go
Yep.
make get an acrobatics check.
Was it acrobatics or athletics? I don't remember.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics, thank you.
One of the rocks shifts out from. You get to about here when one of the handholds shifts, and you begin to fall. Now I need you. The wind is pushing in. You manage to grab onto one of the nearby ledges, but I need you to make an athletics check to try to climb out.
Roll a hindsight check.
You manage to grab onto the ledge of the cliff and pull yourself out onto the other side.
As we're not in combat, Kent shouts, "Remember your balloon backpacks, morons!"
Yeah, but if the wind is too strong for a flying carpet, I'm sure it'll be too strong for a balloon.
Sir Bradford will go next, and he's going to very carefully attempt to shimmy his own way around.
Yeah, can we throw a rope across and have him tie it around it, and we'll hold it from this end now that there's two of us over here? Whatever.
He's asked, do you want me to tie a rope around me or something?
Yeah, here, I'll toss you a rope across this chasm, tie it around you, and we'll hold on from this end in case you fall.
Make an athletics check.
We have to make sure he falls to throw it. There you go.
It gets to about here before it dips off into the chasm.
Good thing I'm still holding this end. I'll try again.
Go for it.
Ah, this is a bad idea. Good luck.
The rope falls into
And
the
I give
chasm.
up.
He shakes his head, and he's just gonna just make his way over. He's gonna try to make his way over. Doing just enough. He managed to get over.
I was gonna say, does he have a goblin glider in case he falls, or do those work here?
No. Goblins in this particular universe aren't smart enough to build those kind of gliders.
I'm going to give Garing my rope and say, Garing, I think you'll be able to make it just fine, and I'll have him tie that end to himself as he goes over.
Sure.
Yeah, that was smart.
Acrobatics?
Yep.
Run across the wall.
With your dex, if you fail this acrobatics, I'm going to laugh.
I technically can't, because I think the minimum I can get, unless I crit fail, is 10.
You look around at the nearby chamber, and you have an idea that comes in mind to you. You unfurl your cock, swing it around wildly, and manage to lasso it on top of a nearby stalagmite. And you literally just Indiana Jones your way across the chasm to the other side.
That's right.
All right. Crowell, or
That's disturbing on so many levels.
I'm gonna cast that on myself first.
All right.
And then I'm gonna go across and do.
All right.
You want
acrobatics?
X.
All right. You make your way over cleanly and easily enough.
And then for grins, I'm gonna cast guidance on Kent, so he has it.
You have to be able to touch him in order to do it.
It's okay.
Oh, it is a touch. Never mind.
Don't worry about it. Kent says to Will, get the fuck out of my way. Kent uses his ring and casts Misty Step and goes to the other side of the thing.
I don't trust any of you. Snip.
Yep.
Yep.
Kent bamfs onto the other side.
Will says you couldn't have Misty stepped over there, Mr. Wizard.
It's only like 30 feet.
Kent remembers that later for when he gets Dimension Door and decides to Dimension Door Will off a cliff.
What's over here?
And Wilkin always has something to say. So,
Anything over there?
Here, Cranberry?
Continuing on to the north. If you're going to continue on that direction, I will save you a little bit of time and say the caverns here are empty as they loop around and wide. However, they have an uneven floor, and as you progress on, the wind whispers throughout these caverns, and it begins to get stronger as you move further and further into them.
When you say strong, I mean it's making it harder for us to move through them, or easier.
Doesn't affect how easy or hard it is to move through them. It just gets louder. It becomes difficult to hear one another.
Perfect.
Okay. So it's not starting to impede our movement. It's just
No.
Okay.
We can't hear
Impedes your
shit.
hearing.
I didn't want to talk to you anyways.
All right, so I guess we're moving forward.
All right. And you can just drag yourselves. It doesn't show. It loops around. Yep, there you go.
All right.
What now? All right. Will, as you peer down the cavern leading down in this direction, you spy what appears to be some sort of green light off in the distance, but you can't make it out without closer.
Kelly.
Mhm.
You know, we've been down in these caverns for a while, and I can't see real well, but I want to walk up to this wall area-ish here, and I want to see if I can perceive any kind of hidden door or anything like that.
As far as you can tell, no.
Okay.
Are we trucking along?
And by the way, I noticed you covered that portion of the map back up. That's not why I was checking there, but literally because that's the only other area that we haven't explored yet.
Right. For what it's worth, Pant, you are muted in Discord. So if you were saying something
So
earlier.
yeah, I have everyone hang out where Kurt is, and I'm gonna sneak up.
Okay.
Just if I can make out.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Yeah, because if Corin thought she had to be there, she would have been there.
So.
No, but if Corin thought she had to be there, she wouldn't leave. Oh, she is there tomorrow?
You better believe she's there tomorrow. Mm.
No.
Yes.
I love this game.
All right. So, peering inside
Try
this
as I
chamber.
might, I can't get her to take her phone call in the bedroom.
It's perfectly fine. It's amusing.
You see inside this chamber, there's an intersection of 4 tunnels, including the one you're coming out of. There is a mighty gale blowing in from the north in particular, making a constant howl. In this chamber, you see 2 braziers alit with green flame.
Green flame! No, sorry, Kelly.
Lighting the area. That's why I paused, because I knew you were going to do it. So there are those 2 braziers. You can see there are numerous rock columns that are jutting up from the ceiling. There are some severed silky ropes, some of them darkly sodden with blood, that sit at the base of 3 gore-spattered columns. Tied to 2 of these columns are women, each of them with a symbol that have been cut into their foreheads.
Can't remarks. That's not ominous.
Will sneak up. Do they appear conscious?
They do.
The silk. Where's the silk? Does it look like actual cloth tied to the column, or is it coming from somewhere in the ceiling? In air quotes.
It looks like silk that has been tied around there. That's kind of binding them. Some silky sort of rope binding them to these columns.
Okay.
Can I see this?
I wave the
Probably
party
not.
up.
Before one more thing I might add. If you're going to wave the party up to kind of look, Tegan, you recognize one of the women as a diplomat from Mirabar as part of the expedition.
Okay, I will come up and kind of recognize them and mention that they look familiar.
Here I go smashing again.
As you approach, one of the woman cries out. The woman you recognize cries out, "Wait, wait! Invisible demons! Wait!" And you hear a noise from above you, Dr. Connors. As two large, almost gorilla-like creatures begin to smash down on top of you.
It's Donkey Kong.
Was I able to strike the column she was tied to? Or did
Not before they
jump
jump down
me?
on top of you. They'll get a surprise round as they jump on top of you. And they're going to slam on top of you twice with their fists individually and once with their bites. The first one, bite, fist, fist. And
23 will hit.
23 will hit, so the rest of them won't.
Bite, fist, fist. That sounds like a good night.
The second
You know
one.
what I'm saying? Yeah, those all hit. No,
Those
the
all hit.
17, so they all hit. Yeah.
Yep, they all hit. 17 and 6 is 23. As these two large creatures, whom the woman cried as invisible demons, jump down and move to attack. Everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
All right.
And you guys can move a little bit closer if you wish.
Back
freely,
here.
because yeah. Forward. All right.
Sorry, I haven't rolled yet. One moment.
All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Missing somebody. 6. Nope. All right, Will, you're up. He watches these two large. They look almost like monkeys. Just jump down and slam hard into Dr. Connors.
I don't think I can be surprised. I think I'm alert even when I'm doing another activity. As
If
long
you
as
link
there's
that
no
ability
traveling.
to me, I'll recon it.
All right. I mean, I could be reading it wrong, but it's like halfway down.
Difficult terrain doesn't slow. Your group can't become lost. Even when you're engaged, you remain alert to danger. That just means you can make a perception check. That doesn't mean you can't be surprised.
Okay. Okay, nope. Proceed.
Just a second, guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh my
god. Killy, real fast. I gotta go let the dog out. When Will comes back, if he's not back, I'm going to be standing where I'm at unless something god awful happens. I'm going to cast magic missile at the closest creature to me.
Okay. Just a level 1?
Yeah, level 1.
Okay.
All right. I'll be right back.
I'm here. I can wait until he comes back.
Oh, it's your turn.
All right. Will is going to turn to the closest, atomic gorilla, whatever they are.
Okay. Is everything okay?
Yeah, no, just my wife and daughter having a shouting match. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's gonna do a rendition of "He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother," and
okay,
I'm going to cast this.
All right.
And his save is at disadvantage because of my instrument.
Okay. He does have advantage on the roll because you and your companions are fighting it, though, so it will break even at normal.
Well, we haven't fought it yet, have we?
They're fighting you, so it will break even.
Okay. That's it. Good enough.
17, I think it's going to be your DC.
Yeah, my DC is a 16. No clue. And I can't move because he'll get an opportunity attack. So I'll draw my rapier. I guess with let's go with Thunderstruck.
All right.
And that's it.
Okay.
I'm back.
All right. So it's your turn then. So.
Oh, all right. Let me cast that. Did anything stupid happen, or Like crazy happen?
We'll try to charm the monster. It didn't work.
It's a monster, right? So,
It clearly seems so. The woman described them as invisible demons, and they jumped down on top of you, and the invisibility broke.
you know what? Do they look humanoid to me?
Make a Arcana or religion check, your choice.
It doesn't matter. I have what do you call it in both. $23.
Okay. This is the type of a type of demon known as a Baralgura.
All right.
They are shapeshifters that.
Oh, it's a fiend.
It is a fiend.
So hold person's not going to work. Okay. All right. So I'll just do the magic missile then. 1 second.
Okay. All right. Magic missiles pump into this creature, and he rears back and roars furiously at you.
Okay. Staying there. Go ahead.
All right. Duck, you're up next.
I'm gonna hit the one closest to me here.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, everything but the unarmed strike will hit. Both of the swings of the quarterstaff will hit, and it rears back and causes this guy to rear back a little bit, surprised at the strength of that attack.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. Snake is next.
Cool. Snake's going to attack this one closest to everyone.
All right. All right. The bite comes in. He is completely immune to poison, by the way.
Yeah, I
But the
figured.
bite is going to hit for full damage. He's already looking pretty beat up. Tegan, you're next.
Am I technically in melee contact with him where I'm at,
Yep.
or am I
Yep.
just out? Okay.
Nope,
Alright.
you're a melee.
Okay. Then what I'm going to do is cast Shillelagh on my staff and then beat the living tar out of him.
All right.
Find where the staff.
All right. 12 does not hit. He manages to almost grab the staff, looking at you with a sneer.
No. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. That'll do it for me.
All right. Dr. Connors.
I pull out. Well, I already had my hammer out because I was going to strike that pillar, so I'll use Iron Fang and Fire and
All right.
attack that same one Nagini just bit. And both of these rolls are going to need a +4 added to the roll, not the damage, just the attack.
Okay. All right. So if we're adding a +4, we'll say that fire hits. The Iron Fang does not.
Okay. So it hits for 5 piercing, and then
+4, so 9.
Snake's going to bite.
Oh.
+4 to the attack roll, not the damage roll.
Oh, not
Yeah,
damage roll?
Just the
I thought
attack,
you said both. I'm sorry.
No.
He's got a favorite.
Yeah, I know.
Scene.
I know.
So the bite will come in as well, and this creature looks like he's on his last legs. The left one does. The right one hasn't taken any damage yet.
Cool.
All right. So Bradford's going to kind of step right around the snake, seeing an opportunity, and he's going to come in with his scimitar and try to finish that last creature off. Hitting. Not going to finish the creature off, but he's going to get it pretty badly injured. All right. Both of these creatures are going to go next. They're still focused on you, Dr. Connors. And
Ow!
they're going to recklessly and furiously swing in.
Oh, there's
Starting
some
with the one on the
advantage.
left. 24. 27.
Ow.
16 and 6 is 21. You're not quite taken out. That'll do it. So the first one, who's been very badly injured, knocks your ranger unconscious. The second one turns around and is going to swing furiously at Sir Bradford. And the 21 will hit. All right. Top of the round is Will.
Okay, Will is going to, since he has it out, rapier attack the one closest to him.
All right.
Hopefully that changed to the other one. So let's do that first. And
All right. The lightning streaks out from the rapier, and it does in fact chain out to the next nearest one. As it does, you watch the first one takes the shocking damage and collapses in front of you.
and then bonus action, since I didn't cast a spell, healing word on the doctor.
All right.
And let's see. Yeah, I'll just cast it at level 1. I just don't want him to die. Oh, 9 points, good.
All right. Dr. Connors, you're back you're back alive, as it were. Can't you? You're up at the top of the round, assuming Will, you're not moving anywhere.
No, I'll stay right where I am.
Okay.
Kent's gonna walk a little bit further. He's gonna cast Firebolt at the other one.
All right.
God damn it. There we go.
Is it not casting it?
No.
Okay.
I went to double. You know how you can minimize your character thing?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
when I
okay.
double clicked on it, I kind of dragged it the first time, so it didn't open.
All right. You fling a bolt of fire from your hands, and it hits the target, but the effect doesn't look like it's particularly strong.
I kind of figured that, but you know.
Doc, you're up next.
I'm gonna hit that guy.
All right. All 3 swings will connect. 17 is 20, 41, 31. All right. You hit this creature hard. He reels back from each attack, and he's still on his feet, though. He's a tough bastard.
I'm gonna spend 1
Key.
and gonna try to do a stunning strike. So con saving throw.
All right. Oops. Did that with advantage. We'll count to 7, and he'll say no. We'll say no. He is stunned. All right. Are you doing anything else?
No.
All right. Snake is next.
Snake is going to bite, because that's what snakes do.
Advantage.
I'll roll twice. 18.
All right. We'll count the 18. It does connect. He's still standing. Tegan, you're up.
All right. I want to do Eldritch Blast with advantage, right?
Yep.
Or no? Yeah, okay.
Advantage because he's stunned.
Yep.
All right, we'll count the 22 on that first roll because that's the advantage, as well as 17. Yeah, because you rolled twice. That's right. I remember. Okay, so both of the blasts from your fey-lined fingertips managed to hit him. Not particularly strong blast, but they do hit. Dr. Connor, is you next.
I'm going to use Iron Fang and Fire.
All right.
Advantage.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
All right. That's enough that it finishes the last creature off.
Sweet.
You watch this last demonic gorilla basically falls to your knees and dies.
And now I'm going to hit that column she's tied to.
All right. The entire column?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the entire column doesn't shatter because it's a big, strong piece of rock, but it does crack a little bit.
I don't know if you've seen me and my hammer, but I'm a big, strong boy.
Real fast, have you ever hit like a real solid like object like a stone with a hammer?
Oh, absolutely.
You know how it bounces the fuck off? I picture him going wham, and it's coming back and smacking him.
Fucking cartoon. Like, no.
Fortunately, this particular hammer is magical, so it doesn't do that, but it doesn't, shatter the...
Okay, maybe we'll just untire.
Will walks up and just gracefully flicks his rapier and slices through the bonds.
All right. Easily done. The woman will introduce themselves very briefly. The woman who was not part of the expedition introduces herself as Nerese Gladham, and she's simply a farmer in the area who was captured. And the other one, you recognize Tegan as a diplomat from Waterdeep named Desania nor Vale. And they thank you, and they say they just want to get out of here.
She's Russian.
Do we think they can make it out all right if we let them go?
To 7 now.
Well,
You cleared out enough of a way that you think they might be able to get out.
All right. I wish them well and say, remember the Diamond Bears when you get back to town. We'll meet you there.
They look over at Tegan and Sir Bradford. Thank you. Just thank the both of you, and they wish you luck in freeing anybody else who was captured.
What do they know of this? Before you go, we'll say, what can you tell us about where these other passages lead? Anything?
Smart.
They say they don't know. They were tied up, knocked unconscious, and dragged here. They think they were meant to be sacrifices to something.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Safe travels.
And they book it.
All right. Will's going to take a look from over here down this passage since he's right there.
as they leave, Kent wonders how they're going to jump over the 30-foot chasm, but that's okay.
As they leave, Dr. Connors wonders, could either of them have healed me?
You need healing? Should we take a rest?
I wouldn't mind a rest. I could use some hit die.
Well, I don't know that this is the ideal
don't
place
think it
for it.
You know, I have a bow. I can just stand in the back. We're fine. Let's move along.
All right. Will's going to walk up here just because he thinks that this is a room connected to that chasm.
All right. Will, go ahead and make a... Well, you don't have to make any sort of stealth check, actually. Yeah. But peering down, the wind here is blowing up pretty heavily. And peering around, you can see there's a number of individuals in feathered cloaks that are just kind of floating in the middle of the air, and their arms are outstretched.
So they're riding an updraft.
The wind is blowing in all different directions, up, down, left, right, but they are just kind of hovering in the air with their eyes closed and their arms outstretched.
Real fast.
Right.
Kent is going to try to signal to Will to come back to him.
Okay.
So Kent is
There's
going
a
to...
bunch of... I'll tell the party, there's a bunch of guys flying around over here. Not flying, but just kind of hovering. They're in those wing... Are they the same wingsuits that the people in our friend's tower had?
They're not wingsuits, they're just feathered cloaks.
That link is what I imagine they look like.
All right. Well, needless to say, that's what's down there.
What's on the ship?
The ultimate
Oh,
predator.
dude, that linked to a Predator ad, and I'm like, they look like the Predator?
Why is it a suspect? The Predator. Rated R.
So, Kent, did you need something?
What are we doing? Oh, what's on these demons? Did we search them? I don't know.
No.
What,
Kent thinks better about it and just says sorry. I had a thought and then I lost it.
Okay.
There's nothing to suggest that the demons actually had anything. You think they were just kind of guarding the prisoners.
can I spend a concentrated minute and see if there are any more fiends or undead in the vicinity? I think it goes up to like 5 miles or something. Let me check.
Sure. I'll save you some time and say nothing. Your detection doesn't pick anything else up. You think whatever
Well, damn.
was there, you've killed.
Well, cool.
How would we like to approach this, gentlemen?
Is there any need for us to even encounter these people?
I don't know.
I mean, what do we stand to gain?
Besides my bloodlust, probably not.
Well, they look like they're roaming around free. I'm sure they had those two women tied up there.
Maybe. So, just kill them because we can, is what we're saying.
Let's confront them and see what they say.
Kill. No.
Sure, go right ahead, says Will. Will makes a grand bow and a gesture as if to go ahead.
Garen walks in with his cock and his staff, and he just twirls around. We wait for him to come back out of the room with it clear.
I cough up some blood and follow.
Oh, I will follow as well.
All right.
Do they look
The
like
wind
they...
in this cavern is pretty strong. So what do you
How
do?
far up are they?
They're about 15 feet, maybe up in the air.
Is everybody coming up there?
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm gonna tap the wall with my staff
Bunk, bunk, bunk.
and whistle. Do any of them respond?
No.
Hmm.
The wind here is strong enough, you think, even with a soft tap and a whistle, it's drowned out by the wind. In order to get their attention, you'd have to yell.
Do they
Here,
hear...
I try to get their attention with a thunderclap.
Do they hear... Wait. Do they hear a fireball coming at them?
Are you going to cast Fireball at them?
I was thinking about using the one in my ring.
Well, you think about it while I cast Shatter.
Yeah, I'm going to
There
cast
you
a
go.
fireball at them.
Oh,
Synchronous attacks.
It will actually be as much of the room as I can cover down there. I have no idea how to draw circles on this. I'm so fucking bad at it. I apologize, guys.
20-foot radius, so...
So it's like so if it's just what, 40 foot across? Am I right?
40 foot across.
God. 20, 30.
Just so I get the... Whoa, Jesus.
Big circle, I think that one's closer.
And just if we can have the... Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
And that would be from my ring. So I
Okay.
can't actually spare anyone. And we're going to see if they notice that.
Okay.
1 second.
Okay. So... you cast the Fireball into the group,
Mm-hmm.
and they hear the charge as it begins to wind up, and I will say that the one who looks to be the leader of all of these creatures will attempt to dodge it. And dodging the bulk of the damage there.
Okay.
However, the remaining 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 who are caught within it aren't able to swing out of the bulk of the damage fast enough, and they are incinerated. And at this point, they all notice you, so feel free to go ahead and start rolling initiative.
Sure thing.
Kelly, when these guys got incinerated, did their ashes and gear fall to the ground, or did it fall and move into the chasm because of the wind?
It's kind of being blown in the middle of the air, and it just becomes
Okay.
sort of an awkward, ashy sort of wind.
So, okay. So as these guys meet their demise, they should not go blowing and falling into the chasm.
Not that it
Which
seems,
is-
no.
All right.
You're just wondering if you can walk into that room safely.
No,
Okay.
I had a completely different plan just in case these guys were falling into the chasm dead.
Okay.
Dr. Connors, you're up. It seems like the bulk of the threat in this room has just been incinerated, but there's a few left standing.
Cool. I'll put Hunter's Mark on that guy and use my bow.
All right.
And I'm going to use a charge. Why not?
All right. Okay. As you begin to fire the bow at him, he's going to spend a reaction. You watch as a shield begins to envelop around him. So that's shot
Ooh.
So it
misses.
does not hit. Okay.
Sneaky bastard.
That's
Hard
fine.
smoke, anyone?
And then I'm going to move back here, right behind Kent.
All right.
I'll move my turn.
All right, Tuck, you're up next.
Can I reach him from the ground?
He's 20 feet up in the air.
I'll throw my staff at him.
All right.
Hope he falls right on you.
All right. Both miss. The shield manages to protect him from both attacks.
Yeah. And he's 20 feet in the air means I'm not engaged?
Correct.
Okay, go.
All right.
Okay.
Tegan, you're up.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to move to here. And I'm going to hit him with Thorn Whip with the intent that I am not going to let the Thorn Whip release him. I'm going to hold him and drag him back down.
Okay. All right. Misses. He shifts out of the way, but the thorn whip does not connect.
It's because his AC is
Alright.
+5 for 1 round.
Yeah, well, I was hoping for a good roll.
It would have been cool if you critted.
Yep.
Kent, you're up.
Um,
Assuming Tegan, you're not doing anything else.
no, I'm not doing anything else.
All right, Kent.
Cast hold person on him. Can't dodge that. Hold on. Hold person. Hold person. Bloop.
Okay.
Of course, he could outroll that.
Wisdom save. Nope. You hold him in place as you focus on the spell. The shield is still enveloped around him because he does not concentrate on it, but he's held.
Correct.
Can
But
he
since
still
he's held, does
fly?
he fall 20 feet to the floor?
Yeah, can he just
No,
fall?
the wind is keeping up. I'm up there.
Okay. Well, he's held then.
What a
All right.
turd.
Will, you're up.
Okay, Will is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. And say he's awful flighty, isn't he?
His AC is too high.
He fails to save and he takes the effect.
Hey,
He glowers. All right. Snake is next. Snake.
ooh, I got a glower.
Glowering.
The snake hisses menacingly and then moves back here and ends their turn.
All right. The leader of these folks is not able to do anything while restrained by the held person, but he's going to repeat the save, and of course he's going to fail because I'm the one rolling against saves.
Bitterness. I sense bitterness.
No! These next two are going to shift. Still in the air,
If only he had
Around.
a goblin glider.
and are going to chuck their daggers down at Tegan. Missing, but right? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The last one doesn't miss.
Even with
The last one hits you.
Okay.
The AC of 14 becomes 16 with the shield. So the last one does pierce into you.
Okay.
So Bradford's not really equipped with a ranged weapon, so he's just going to stand in a protective stance in front of all of you.
Sir,
Dr. Connors, you're next.
is Sir Bradford a paladin?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to shoot with my bow again, using another charge.
All right. With the shield primarily dropped and him still being held, yeah, the attack connects. And you watch as the spiritual form of a bear begins to grow. It looks kind of like a grizzly bear, an old, nasty grizzly bear, as it plows into him. And in fact, it does knock him down off of the air, it seems, from that spiritual effect. And in the process, he'll take 11 points of damage. He looks like he's on the very, very verge of death as he's knocked prone down onto the ground.
Perfect.
Tuck, you're next.
Oh yeah.
Don't be a pussy.
Oh no.
He is paralyzed, so I don't know what you get
Knock
as
him
far
out?
as.
Miss.
It's paralyzed advantage.
Yeah, I forgot. You're right.
Yeah.
It's restrained, but yeah. Okay, so
Fair
that'll be
enough.
enough. Yep,
Okay.
he's dead. Kirk, Blair. All right, you can throw the staff a second time at one of the guys in the air if you wish.
Oh, there's still two guys. That's right. I will throw the staff at no. How far up?
20 feet.
20
still?
feet. 20 feet
God.
straight from you, and 20 feet straight up. You can hit once.
Yeah. Hey, I'll throw it at the one right below me.
No
then.
advantage on this one.
No,
Oh.
no advantage on this one.
But 13.
Okay. We'll count the 16, I think. But yeah, that will hit,
Oh.
and it's actually enough. These guys aren't particularly strong. You just clunk this guy in the head, and he goes down. Taking you're next.
All right. Well, since this is our last little dude, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him.
All right. It tickles,
Boy,
but it certainly hits both times.
What is up with my damage rolls tonight? All right. Well, that's all I'm doing.
All right. Kent, you're next.
Firebolt at the guy.
All right.
And core. Firebolts.
Not enough.
Okay.
He manages to shift out of the way before that one connects.
Okay. Staying here.
All right. Will, you're next.
All right, Will's going to move over there.
Mhm.
And he's going to say, all that air is going to your head.
All right.
Oh.
Manages to succeed against it just barely.
He was
He
like,
shakes it off as you look at him, and he just he's not even paying attention.
That wasn't that good anyway.
Snack is next.
Yep, I'm just gonna forego the turn.
All right. This individual is going to shift over a little bit more, and he's going to chuck a dagger down to Tuck. Missing.
Yep.
So Bradford's going to advance in front and assume a protective stance. Dr. Connors, you're next.
I'm going to shift my hunter's mark and shoot that one that is still up.
All right. All right. It is enough. You pierce him right through the skull and take him out. You're out of combat.
Woo!
All right. First things first. Are any of these guys wearing leather armor?
Yes. All of them are wearing leather armor.
I'm going to take a set of their leather armor and
change.
put it on and change
All right.
All right.
and
I'll,
hand
ta-
you
I'll
back
take
the
back that
magical one.
swimmy. I'll take back the swimmy armor.
All right.
Search for bodies.
All right.
Hold on. Perception.
Yep.
Nope. I don't see shit.
You don't see shit.
I'll search as well.
All right. Perception check.
Yeah.
Aside from their daggers, you find miscellaneous coinage and about 60 gold.
Killy, I would just like to grab one of the feathered cloaks
Sure.
and kind of stuff it in my backpack.
Ooh, smart.
Easily
You're a smart guy.
All right.
What's going on in here? Like, I mean, what were these guys doing in here? There's just communing with the wind.
I don't.
As far as you could tell.
I can't speak to ghosts.
All right, let's go back up here then.
Before we do that, Killy, just for grins, I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna grab one of these bodies that actually still is a body, not burned to ash. And I'm gonna toss it down the chasm just to see what happens.
Do it.
It falls down the chasm as you would expect a body falling down the chasm to do. So it's a little slow, but it falls down into the chasm down at the dark beyond.
Okay, but it's slower than normal velocity would expect.
You think so?
Okay, thank you very
And
much.
No big monsters came out to grab it. That's basically what I wanted to know.
Yep, that's kind of what I was looking for as well.
No, but some monster below is very, very happy right now that it just got an easy meal.
How to Train Your Dragon fish scene?
Right.
It flies up into the air like a Skyrim giant hit it.
All right. I guess we're going to move back out of this room. Is it still super loud? I mean, are we able to...
It's loud, and in the northern chamber that Will is piercing down under, it's super strong wind and super loud.
Okay.
Strong wind going into the passage or coming out of the passage?
Blowing out towards you.
All right.
Okay.
I will try to hug the wall and make my way sneakily up the passage. Should be easy to be stealthy here.
Okay, so first off,
For anything with ears, not necessarily with anything with eyes.
so as you begin to try to push your way up this cavern, I need you to go ahead and make a strength saving throw. All right, the wind here is strong, but you can push forward if you so wish.
I so wish.
Okay. Pushing forward, you see at guard. I'll drag Tuck up here so you're not away. But you see 4 men blocking the tunnel in feathery sort of garb. They look kind of emaciated, though. They have they have very, very small looking eye sockets, very, very super thin, and skin that stretches across jutting bone. But it looks like the wind, the strong wind here that's blowing through this cavern, isn't affecting them at all. But as you approach,
Oh, sorry.
they begin to raise their defenses, and I need everyone to roll.
Oh, so they spotted me.
Yeah.
Bummer. Okay.
Yeah. But he was so stealthy.
The wind isn't affecting them.
Hmm.
At least not the wind doesn't seem to be affecting them much in the way that it's certainly affecting Will.
Go big Snick.
Big snake shit the bed there.
Yeah, shit.
All right. I'm assuming everybody made the rolls. All of these priests will go first. All of them, all 4 of them, are going to conjure up dust devils. That are spawning right here. Whoops. In fact, they're all going to spawn them right here, I think, including one on top of Will. And that's what they're going to do for their turn. All right. Dr. Connors, you're next.
Oh, joy. So are these guys floating or are they on the ground?
They're on the ground. The strong wind blowing from this chamber doesn't seem like it's affecting them. They have all just conjured up a bunch of these dust devils that are blocking the chamber.
So I could move up, or do I need to make a check of some sort if I wanted to move to here?
If you move up, you'll need to make a strength saving throw to be so, or be pushed back by the wind.
Okie dokie.
Easy enough. You can push forward if you wish.
Okay. I need to read a spell. 1 moment.
That's loud.
What, the dice?
No, the music.
Oh,
I'm going to cast Shatter. And I'm going to
Damn
put it right there. Well, kind of. It's a 10 radius circle, so yeah, I could put it like here and hit this guy up top as well as all the dust devils.
Okay, the dust devils aren't something that are actually affected. It's something that it looks like the priests are concentrating on.
Well, then I'll cast. Well, I guess I've already said I'll cast it, so I guess that's what I do.
All right.
Like
So
that?
that one priest will make a con save.
Like that?
I had it down further, so that I was hitting the dust devils because I thought they could be affected.
All right. So the one priest will fail against the con save, taking the 17, and
There you go.
he'll have to make a con save to see if he can maintain the spell, which he does.
Okay, dope.
All right, Kent, you're up next.
Kelly, for my turn, I would like to spend the time to pull out the cloak, the feathery cloak, and just put it on.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume that takes an action, so I'm not going to really be able to do anything else.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right, done.
that's what I've done.
All right. Will, at the start of your turn, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
The description says at the end of my turn. I'll make it anyway. I'm just pointing that out.
I need you to make a one at the start of your turn for the effect
wind.
of the wind.
Yeah.
All right. You succeed against the strength of the wind itself.
All right. I'm going to step out of this crazy wind.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Hold on. I want to figure out what I want to do, and then I'll figure out how far away I can move. No. Said they're wearing leather armor, correct?
These creatures, these individual folks look like they're wearing studded leather armor. Yes.
I need a second.
All right. I kind of like that. Hey, I'm going to also cast Shadow. But I'm going to move first.
Okay.
Let me just see how far away I can cast that. 60 feet. So,
all right.
Let's see. Oh yeah, no, I'm good anywhere there. So I'm going to cast it first, actually, and then I'll move.
Okay.
So it's a 10-foot radius, correct?
10-foot radius for shatter, I think.
All right. Put that, I guess, here.
Yeah.
Get all three of them. And let's see. Give me a second. Oh, you know what? I should have cast something else, but I already said I was going to cast this. Okay.
All right. All right. So they will make their con saves. 3 of them. Fail, success, and success. So is that half damage on? Yep.
Half damage, yeah.
All right. So the 2 in the back will succeed, taking a little bit of the damage, but still maintaining concentration on those dust devils. The one in the front is going to take the full brunt. That's this one that Dr. Connors injured earlier. He'll make a con save. He maintains control on his own dust devil.
Okay. And then I'm going to move out of their line of sight, I guess, to here.
All right. It's easy to retreat as the wind pushes you back.
Yeah, I'm going to draw my rapier as well. And I'm going to play Footloose.
Okay.
Please don't play the music.
Okay. Tuck, you're up next.
He said he had to step away.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he just said it real quick. We can take like a 2-minute break if you want. I know we're in combat, but
Sure.
wait for him to get back.
Oh, by the way, did you, Drew, did you see Lucky's video?
He may have stepped away too.
Oh, okay.
Figure if he didn't show up in about 3 minutes, I'll just take his turn so we can keep going.
No problem.
I'm back.
I just said if he doesn't show up in another 2-3 minutes, I'll just take his turn. We'll keep going.
No problem.
Oh, Drew, did you see the video that Lucky posted?
Yeah. I showed it the stuff. We thought it was pretty amusing to watch it again.
It's like, what the hell is this? Funny story, later on that night, or the next day, we, when Aber was in the, after you left the other day, when Aber was in the run, I tried to run up there before because that group runs down the steps. I tried to run up there and tag the one group to get the whole group to come.
Right.
Yeah, it didn't work. We got
That
both.
sucks.
We got both. I told Kral earlier, and I told Garing. I said I know Morg is recovering, but somebody get that man's login ID, because the emissary chest was for a polearm weapon that had agility on it.
I think he bought one for like 400K. It's a 350.
Oh, did he?
Sorry, I'm back.
All right.
Wife just
It is
got
your
home
turn.
from a concert. I had to
Sure.
go see her. What's going on?
Okay.
To me?
Yep.
Oh. Why is everyone back here?
Try and kite him in.
Oh.
I think. I don't know.
Seems legit.
20. Those 4 circles, I'm assuming, are the dust.
Dust Devils.
Yes, Dust Devils.
That. And he's too far away for me to throw him. Do they seem like they're moving at all?
Not at the
They
moment.
haven't gone yet.
They haven't gone yet.
They conjured up the Dust Devils. That's all they've done so far.
Can I attack the dust devils?
I mean, you can try. It doesn't look like they're actual entities that can be destroyed, though.
They're just there.
It's just a thing of wind that is kind of swirling around.
Well, I'm going to move up a little bit here and stay right there.
And
Sir
ready your
Bradford.
attack. Yeah.
I can ready my attack in case something comes for me.
Sir Bradford's going to push his way forward. Getting, you know what? He's going to stay right out of the edge of the Dust Devils at the range there, actually. But he's going to push forward. He's going to stay in a defensive action. Nagini is up next. He's going to take the dodge action, we'll say.
Nagini will move here and also take the dodge action.
All right. Tegan is next.
Okay. All right. This is what I want to do. First, I want to move to here, so the wind's pushed me against this wall.
Okay.
And then, can I from here see this guy?
A little bit, but barely.
Barely enough to cast Eldritch Blast against him.
You think so?
That's what I'll do.
All right. Both attacks will land.
And that is what I'll use for my turn this time around.
All right. Because it's 2 beams, he'll have to make 2 con saves. What's your DC? I guess the DC is going to be the damage, so it's going to be 10. So he saves, and he saves. Sorry. So he maintains concentration on the Dust Devils by taking 2 nasty hits. At the top of the round, they're going to go next. While still maintaining control of those Dust Devils, they're going to spend a bonus action to move them, and they're going to move them over the nearby rock walls and pick up some of the loose dirt and gravel as they push them down a little bit. And because of that, these dusty devils now have a bunch of rock and debris kind of flowing about them, which is causing your vision north towards these guys maintaining concentration on the spell to be obscured. And you can't see them anymore. And they're going to move where you can't see them as they push their devils forward. Dr. Connors, you're up next.
Oh, cool. I don't know what to do, so I'm going to move to here and fire randomly into down the cavern.
All right. Make an attack roll with disadvantage.
That was not it. But that one is. Sorry.
You have no idea if you hit or not.
Sounded like a hit, boys. I'll move back to where I was.
All right. Kent, you're up.
All right. So I want to try moving as far as I can, which will be to here.
Okay.
That is what I would like to do first.
Okay. As you move that way, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Well, cloaks don't work, boys.
I'm sorry, I forgot you put the cloak on.
Yes, I
You
did.
don't have you don't have to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Dust Devils, huh?
Mhm.
Dust Devils. Well, I don't have Dispel Magic, so what do I have? Okay, that's loud breathing. I'm going to cast. I cannot see through them, correct?
No, they're completely obscuring vision beyond them.
I want to cast Burning Hands on them.
Okay.
That should actually, and I'll spare Sir Bradford.
Okay, sure. Okay. So now, not only are these things kind of caught up with debris, they're also now on fire.
Is there something that's going to maintain that fire?
I mean, the spinning oxygen is helping to maintain that fire and causing it to burn. So now you have 4 obscuring, burning tornadoes in front of you.
Okay.
I summon a shark.
Will, you're up next.
I don't summon a shark. I jump a shark. I have Dispel Magic, but it'll only work on one of them. And there are 4 of them. Interesting.
Tegan transforms into a shark.
Wait. How high is this ceiling?
30 feet.
Interesting. I'm somewhat at a loss as to what I can bring to the table here. So
Kent leans over to leans over to Sir Bradford. That's what we always wonder.
I can't see
Whatever you
them.
bring has to be better than me shooting a bow and arrow down the hallway and missing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could levitate over them, but they can just move them up, and then I'm like untethered in the air in a rock-filled flaming whirlwind. That doesn't sound like much fun.
I say try it.
Go for it, man.
I'm looking at my spell list and contemplating what I'm going to do here. Eesh.
Look at this guy over here bragging about how many spells he has.
No, stop. I have to. Do I have to be able to see him to do vicious mockery? Let's see. Yeah, I have to be able to see him. All right, shoot. And these are not sentient. They're not taking any damage. All right, I'm going to move over here so I can see one of the Dust Devils.
Mm-hmm.
Then this one in the back. And I'm going to cast Minor Illusion and just make it look like it disappears.
Okay.
And just see if I can draw some sort of reaction from them.
If you can, you're not certain.
And I'll link that. In case you
Sure.
want to. But it's actually a 5. Yeah, it's a 5 cube, so it's the same size. My image is the same size as the Dust Devil.
Okay. If it creates any sort of reaction from the disappearance, you're not sure.
Okay, that's it.
All right. Tuck, you're up next.
Even with dark vision, we can't see past that.
And it's obscured, not just.
It's obscured. Yep.
Obscured completely. If I throw my staff, will it go through?
You don't know.
Well, you did just watch your ranger definitely hit his arrow shooting through there, so.
Yeah. I need to snap it back to me at 20 yards, though, and I need to know when 20 yards happens, I guess. Or do I?
You can telepathically just cause it to come back to you.
Good.
Doesn't really.
I'm going to shoot it straight. Hang on. That way.
Okay, first off, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Sure.
All right, you managed to push away against the wind.
And I'm going to throw my staff that way.
All right.
And then
Go ahead and make an attack roll with disadvantage.
With advantage. Disadvantage.
So we'll count to 22.
There.
So you throw it in, and you hear a slight. You think you hit something.
I'm going to snap it back and throw it again.
Okay.
And I did. That second one was with disadvantage.
Okay. You hear another.
Yeah.
All right.
And I can't do much else, so I'm going to go back here.
All right. Sir Bradford will say, I didn't come all this way to be stopped by some damn wind. And he's going to attempt to push forward. He pushes past beyond the boundaries of what you see. And you know what? He's going to burn his action surge. Not that it helps. Nope. All right. He pushes past what you can see. Nagini is next.
Nagini will move up to here and use the dodge action.
All right. Tegan is next.
All right. So, quick question: if magically somehow these two circles here disappeared, there would be a path for us to get around these other two, correct?
I mean, you could just move through them.
I think it's only if you end your turn there you get the thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's setting us up for a trap and we'll take lots of damage. You never
Well,
know
you know
with this
what?
guy.
I am going to take a dodge action, I think, and then
Okay.
I'm just going to go ahead and move right through my 35 feet, which puts me somewhere right about there. Should get me on the other
Okay.
side of that.
Let me go ahead and here. So reel that back for your sake. We'll say you
Nobody
actually
look.
wound up right about there.
And I guess I need to do a strength save, right?
Nope. You're
Okay.
more than 5 feet away
Okay.
from those things.
Okay.
All right. At the top of the round, the debris from the Dust Devils actually begins to wear off. As a bonus action, though, they are going to move them forward a little bit. And then... Come on.
It is a massive dust devil.
And then as their actions... They, I think... Well, the one next to Sir Bradford is going to actually cast Shocking Grasp, which will have advantage on because Sir Bradford is wearing plate armor. And it does hit him. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's not high enough. He manages to shake off the worst of the effects. The one next to you, Tegan, will also cast Shocking Grasp, which will miss. And the two behind are going to fire daggers at you. Twice. All right. 25, the 17, the 14 will all hit. 6, 12, and 4, 16. As 3 daggers sink their way into your flesh past the leather armor you got, into the weak points. Dr. Connors, you're next.
Awesome. I'll move up. Can I stand in this corner, or is that too much on the edge there?
I'll need you to make a strength saving throw as you get pushed against the wind.
Sure, I just wanted to make sure it was a viable space to stand. Ooh.
You get pushed back 10 feet as you try to advance. Right about there, actually.
Cool. Does that grant me the line of sight of this?
They're lightly obscured, but you're able to see them.
All right, I'll try to shoot him with my bow then.
All right.
That's still hunter's mark. Sorry. There we go.
All right. The arrow finds its mark, you think, as you finally get a good sight on this particular character.
Cool. That'll do.
All right. He maintains concentration on his spell, however.
Of course he does.
Kent, you're up next.
Kent is going to take a dodge so he doesn't get hit by the 8 million things here.
Hmm.
And he is going to try to, well, I don't have to push against the wind, so I'm going to run up here. Wait, hold on, let's see, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to try to run right into the closest guy. Like, run straight into him.
All right. So if you're going to just, like, straight up tackle him then?
I'm going to try. My strength
All right.
failed me before. Hopefully I don't bounce off of him.
All right, this will be a contested strength check.
All right.
He's not particularly strong.
Neither
you
am
tackle him
I.
prone to the ground.
Wait, do you want me to roll mine here?
Oh. What did I roll there? Go con. Yeah, he's not particularly strong. Yeah, you gotta roll yours. Sorry.
I gotta roll strength. Pray for me.
You give him this really awkward hug.
I love you. Does it break his concentration?
He's so
Well,
embarrassed.
it's like hugging. It's like hugging a skeleton.
Does it break his concentration?
Sure, why the fuck not?
No,
He's so distracted by this awkward hug that he just can't concentrate anymore. One of the Dust Devils disappears.
I love you.
Will, your turn.
Do I have to? Yeah.
Why do I get a flashback of the Sunday night group all of a sudden right there?
You in combat with the power of love.
No, I think they ended combat with Crow killing everyone.
That's what it's gonna get to.
So can we see through these things now?
That's slightly obscured, but yes, not much, not by much though.
All right, can I move here? And hold on, just check my ranges and whatnot. Oh yeah, okay. And hold on. 10, 20, 30.
Opposed strength check, and I rolled a fucking 5.
Against a 6.
I'm going to cast a spell. Oh.
Not a pattern.
And
Okay.
They've got disadvantage on the save.
Okay. One success. One crit fail. What's your DC?
16.
All right, 2 failures. So, 2 of the Dust Devils disappear as 2 of them are entranced. The other one still staying. As they are incapacitated. All right, Tuck, you're up next.
If you're talking, you're muted.
Well, that would explain a lot.
How much fun of you? How much fun did you make of me when I hugged him?
Quite a bit, actually.
Oh.
We'll never know.
You will never know.
All right. Are you doing anything else for your turn there?
Yeah, hang on. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing here. Can I get by them? No.
Not really.
Acrobat.
Okay. I'm going to try and jump over I'm going to try and jump over Sir Bradford.
Okay, make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatic.
We'll count to 14. You get a running start, and you almost get about halfway over Sir Bradford's head before the strong wind of this chamber just pushes you hard back against the stonework.
Oh, shit, I still had... okay, I'm just going to throw my staff at the incapacitated ones.
Okay.
Because I would have advantage, I'm assuming, at that point.
They incapacitated, they just can't take actions or reactions.
Okay, so it's not an advantage,
And
disadvantage.
as soon as you damage them, it breaks the incapacitation.
Yeah, whatever. I'm going to hit them twice.
All right. Well, which one are you attacking? The one close?
The one up top, north of me.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So both attacks will land. And that particular individual is looking like he's on his last legs as he's shaken from the hypnotic effect. Sir Bradford's going to swing with his scimitar into the close creature. And will kill him as the scimitar chops off his head. And he watches this bony, limp body just collapses to the floor as he turns around to face the other one. And he will shift just a little bit to create some room. Sneck is next.
She's finally gonna move up and attack. So I'll move up to about here and attack this.
Okay. I'll need you to make a strength saving throw for the snake.
Right.
Good enough. All right. He will bite into that individual, and the bite is good enough. He's pretty much on his last legs that he goes down.
Cool. Actually, how much movement did I just do? 25. So I'll move another 5 feet up.
Okay.
Stand on top of him. All right, I'm done.
All right. Tegan, you're up next.
All right, I'll Eldritch Blast this guy
All right.
on the right.
All right. Both attacks will land. And he loses concentration on his Dust Devil as that second beam hits him.
And I'll do it for me on this turn.
All right. At the top of the round, this one's going to shake awake the other one. As he's shooken awake, he is going to fire a witch bolt. And I think we're going to go ahead and burn it for 3rd level. And
Oh yeah.
we're going to say we'll cast that against, I should have said something. We'll cast that against Tegan. So, you're going to take 9 points of damage, and because I had the spell description off.
Witch bolts.
Take 9 points of lightning damage on each subsequent turn. If they use their action to deal 1d12 lightning to the target automatically, it ends if you use your action to do anything else. Spell also ends if the target is ever outside the spell's range. Okay, so you got the switch bolts of crackling lightning energy now affecting you from this one priest off to the left there. Dr. Connors, you're up next.
I'm gonna try and move up and probably have the strength save. Am I right?
Yep.
Cool.
Good enough.
Awesome. I will attack this one off to the left here.
Okay. All right.
Hey.
Wow, 19 points. Okay. So,
That's the last sound that guy made.
yeah. No, he's quite uninjured before that. But yeah, we'll say that's the sound he makes, sure. He has to make a con save to focus on the witch bolt, though. And fails, so the witch bolt fades from Tegan.
He's still up though, right?
He's still up. He took a really, really nasty hit, but he's still standing.
Nagini's gonna try and bite him.
All right. All right, 15 will work. And he succeeds against the bulk of the poison damage, but it does affect him. And in fact, yeah, he looks like after that bite, he is on his last legs. Kent, you're up.
Let's go ahead and take a step up to here.
Mhm.
And I will fire a firebolt at the one that is the one that is already damaged, right? The one on the left?
Yep. The one on the left is very, very haggard. He looks like he's on his last legs.
Alright. Firebolt.
All right. Yes, you burn off the looks like half of his face as he collapses to the ground. A bit of smoke trailing off of him as he collapses.
Alright.
Will, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. Will's going to move up
All right.
to about, let's say, here. He's going to look at that guy and say, "You're not a complete idiot. There's obviously parts missing."
All right. He is clearly insulted by that. And you mind yourself, I got to write that one down.
That was a good one.
Duck, you're up next.
I'm going to sneak by all these guys to get here, and I'm going to hit them 3 times.
All right. All right. All 3 attacks will land hard. He's looking like he is on his last legs now. So Bradford's going to step forward and attempt to finish the job. Not quite enough. He manages to duck and dodge out of the way before the scimitar can connect. Nagini is next.
Snake's gonna bite.
All right. 14 does not connect.
All right.
Snake's going to snack.
Neck is going to stack. Tegan.
Well, I'll Eldritch Blast him. Hopefully this will finish him off.
All right. All right. Both attacks, especially that last one, lands and it burns off. The Eldritch energy, the Eldritch Fey energy manages to envelop around him. You're out of combat. The wind here is strong and pushing hard against the wall, but you think with enough time and patience you can push against it.
Were they wearing feathery clothes?
Yes, all of them.
Now let's take them and put them on.
I'll
All right.
forgo the cloak and just use my hammer as I hit it into the wall and pull myself along.
Yeah, I'll grab that guy's cloak and put it on.
All right, so Bradford will take your cloak instead, putting it on himself to forego the wind. And you're just going to basically bang against the wall, and you hear ting, ting, ting as you
It's
use
like
it for
mountain
support.
climbing, except horizontally.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like bring it into it as like a. I'm sure the hammer on the back end has like a
Claw.
hooked part, a claw part. Yes, thank you.
Before I move any further, since I'm fairly beaten down, I'm going to cast a Cure Wounds level 4 on myself.
Ooh.
30 hit points back to you.
Does anyone else need some healing?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All
I
right,
will.
I'm going to use my the Cure Wounds from my instrument. It's a 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Okay.
I don't have the spell. Anyone? What is that? What do I
You
got to roll?
roll if you're casting it. What level does it cast it at? 3rd?
3rd. Yeah.
Okay. Roll 3d8 plus your charisma modifier, which I think is 4. So 3d8 plus 4.
4.
All right, 18 hit points back to Dr. Connors.
Oh, thanks.
Am I assuming?
Two more of those?
That
No,
two
one
of
more
my-
of those. That's it.
Am I assuming this wind is getting worse as we walk up this tunnel?
It's pushing pretty hard as you approach, yes.
Is
But
it affecting those of us with cloaks?
No.
Oh, good. So on we go.
All right. For the sake of ease, I'll say as you push along, you get right around to this bend down here, and it seems like the wind begins to stop, and it feels as if you're in the eye of a hurricane.
Meanwhile, Kurt Connors is ting, ting.
Ting!
I'll get there eventually.
If they didn't know we were coming, they know now. I will move up.
All right. So, as you continue your approach, you eventually come into a large chamber. In the center of this chamber, you see spikes of stone that jut upward like 3 immense claws. Between them, you see a churning thunderbolt that thrashes with lightning. It looks like this.
Huh.
Well, boys, that
Thun-
looks like an air node.
Thunder cracks and cascades of tiny rocks begin to tumble from above. Beneath the thunderhead, you see a raised platform stained with the blood of many sacrifices. There's a small but silvery window that is sometimes visible within the center of the cloud, and if you peer inside of it, it looks like it opens out into an endless sky. Flanked in front of this thundercloud are 2 myrmidons, who, as you approach, will cry out, "Slayers of the prophetess, deceivers, blasphemers!"
We'll just kind of like discreetly, points at Kurt.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not me, man.
Fall! Roll initiative. Sir Bradford
Oh, how did I get
will yell back. If we can clear the room, we can start the ritual here.
Jane, his wife.
All right. Dr. Connors, you're at the top.
Cool. I'm going to put Hunter's Mark on this one, and then save my attack until my snake can get within range.
All right.
Oh, look, it's my snake's turn.
Mm-hmm.
My snake's gonna move up in range and then attack.
All right. So, the snake comes through with the bite on that creature, and it does hit. The bow misses wildly. And by the way, you might remember these guys are immune to poison.
Yeah.
He's like, what's
So what are you gonna do? Yeah. What's new?
The second bite doesn't seem like it seems like it gets stopped by some of the plate armor that this creature has on.
Cool.
Tuck, you're up next.
I would run up to that one.
All right.
And I'm going to attack him 3 times.
All right. Miss, hit, and hit.
Miss, hit, and hit. And I will use 1 point of key to stunning strike or try.
Okay. And he has to make a con save, correct?
Yes.
What's your DC?
14.
All right, he succeeds then.
Yep.
Kent, you're up.
Kent is where the hell? Oh, I need to dismiss that for a second. Assuming I can meander along this hallway 30 feet, past my party members, I don't know if I can. Is that allowable or not allowable?
You can swing by them, we'll say.
Kent is going to move to there. Right
All right.
there. Yeah, thank you. Sorry. I was just about to do that. Kent is going to look at the one on the right and yell, "Back to the plains with you," and cast Banishment.
All right.
And I will link that for you in un momento.
Okay. All right. So he will make the charisma save.
And he fails.
You hear a whoosh as he disappears.
Okay.
Sir Bradford will go next. He's going to get up to right about there, and that's all he's going to be able to do because he dashed. Tegan, you're up.
All right, I'm going to move to here. And looking at our one remaining friend, I'm going to cast Blight against him.
All right. Okay. Con save, which he fails. So 35 necrotic damage. All right. So you see some of the vitality that makes up this form that surrounds the creature it rapidly begins to drain.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and shillelagh my staff.
All right. At the start of these creatures' turns, you watch as that little central area in the middle of this thunderbolt begins to open up a little bit wider. And you watch as the creature that you just banished to his home plane just comes right through. Not that guy.
Oh, jeez.
You're not going to
What
fight
the
him.
fuck was that?
You're not going to fight him because you took out the prophet.
Thank God we killed the prophet.
Yeah, holy shit.
Shit.
That guy was huge. He looked menacing.
But yeah, that guy's going to pop back out, and he's going to float right back down. And because he escaped from the banishment, that's his turn. The other one is going to swing his flail 3 times against Tuck. 1, 2. On that second one, he's going to charge it with a lightning strike, which we'll go ahead and roll a 4d8. Oops. For a total of 27 points of damage, and I need you to make a con save. All right, you are not stunned, which is a shame because it would have been nice, but
Which
one
is
more
a
attack
shame.
against you for another 8 points of damage. I mean, he stuns my shit all the time. Will, you're up next.
Okay. Let's see. Let's try this one again. The guy who was almost banished. Cast that.
Okay.
And it's no advantage or disadvantage. All right, so he's charmed.
All right. So the creature is charmed and is friendly to you.
And I say to him, help us. Help us. The other one is hurting us.
Protection. Dr. Connors.
I will try to shoot the one that is not charmed.
All right. 26. All right. That connects. He watches the form of this creature dissipates a little bit, and he hisses.
All right, cool.
Nagini.
Well, as my featured
Go ahead.
friend, Nagini's going to bite the other one, even
Is
though
it
it's
charmed one?
charmed. Yeah. And then on her turn, she's gonna bite again. So there you go.
Okay. So I'm just double checking to see if it takes damage if it breaks, and it does not.
Yeah.
All right. So the 17 will not land. The 10 will, or the 22 rather will. So the bite goes into that creature.
Okay.
Talk, you're up next.
I hit him again.
All right. Creature in front of you just took a really, really nasty chunk of health out of you.
Yep. My turn.
Yep.
1, 2,
All right.
3.
All right. All 3 attacks will land. 28, 38. Jesus Christ. You're right. He's on his last legs.
Damn.
He's like 28, 38. God damn.
You got a flurry of blows just for good measure there, pal?
Yep, that's what I think I'm doing here. Flurry of blows. One more.
Oh.
No, that one misses.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah,
Kent, you're up. The one
well,
on the left is on his last legs.
yeah, Kent's going to hit him with a firebolt if he can.
All right. The firebolt lands. He's shaking and shivering. Like if he took one more of that hard, he'd go.
Cannot cast 2 firebolts.
Nope. Sir Bradford will take the initiative, and he will swing in furiously with his scimitar, but will miss. Tegan, you're up.
Well, you know what? Let's just Eldritch Blast him to death. Done with
All right.
it.
Roll high, roll high. You got it.
All right. I'll say that the first attack of that Eldritch Beam will actually be enough that it causes him to dissipate and fall. You can let
Okay.
the other one hit the other guy if you wish.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Because
Get
he's
rid of him too.
charmed.
Yeah.
Blast him for another 8 points of damage. The Myrmidon, seeing that that the target that his charmed benefactor told to kill is now gone, and seeing still hostile creatures next to it, is going to shift around and empowering his own weapon. He's going to make 3 flail attacks again at Tuck.
Can I
17
call him off?
Does not hit.
on your turn. You could. The second one will hit, and we're going to make that one a lightning strike too.
Of course you are.
For 33 points of damage, I need you to make a con save.
You know what that was, right?
Payback.
Success.
No, that was payback from, oh, look, Gliders do work.
And one more attack against you for good measure. Your monk is unconscious. Hadn't happened in a while, but hey. Will, you're up.
Well, effectively, once Will commands it, combat will end, correct?
Yeah, Will walks up and says, "No, they're our friends," and he gestures to his fellows. Says, "We're safe now. Thank you."
They attacked me, Daddy.
Yes, I
Ooh,
know.
call me daddy.
I know, honey. Listen, they're
so mean.
You can go home now. You can go home now.
Can I play Xbox?
Go home and play Xbox. Go home and have some fun. Go ahead, entertain yourself. Go back to your elemental plane of air and you know and enjoy yourself and you know be at peace.
He retreats back through the portal, and you're out of combat.
I stabilize the monk and wait for someone else to give him some health points.
Let's see what I got here. I got I use my cure. I'll give him a healing word. Hold on.
Sir Bradford will say, as you do this, I think we have the better part of this place secure.
I'm going to cast Healing Word at level 3.
Dr. Connors, if you wouldn't mind giving me Wind Vein, I can at least
Okay.
close the opening of the portal so that we have an opportunity to rest.
All right, so 12.
I can close the portal. No need for you to take Wind Vein, friend. I don't know. For some reason, I like it a lot.
Yes.
I didn't want to part with it.
He says, if you're not careful, you risk destroying the portal entirely.
Fine. Just give it back when you're done. I'll hand it to him.
He will take it. He will raise it up and he will utter something in Terran as he points the tip of it to the sky, and you watch as that small sort of center point within the thundercloud dissipates, but the thundercloud itself is still going.
The 12 points of healing was for Tuck, by the way.
All right, Tuck, you gain 12 hit points. You're back on your feet.
Sweet. Hey, I need to leave for a second. Be right back.
All right.
I'm assuming with the portal closed, we are going to be resting before we move on.
Sir Bradford will say that might be wise, and I think we have a good chance as any to rest here.
Kent's just
That
going to walk up
sounds
to
great.
here. Kent's just going to walk over to here, and he's just going to cast Liamon's tiny hut here. The guys can sleep behind him, but it will block the path, kind of. If that makes sense.
I
Unless
like it.
anybody wants to sleep in the hut and keep an eye out down the hallway.
I'll sleep in the hut with you.
Oh, thank you.
Get over, babe.
All right.
I spoon first.
Are you all sleeping in the hut then, taking your long rest?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Two things. For the sake of ease, we'll say that you get the long rest goes by, and you can get all your stuff back.
Okay.
The second thing is, Kent, as you lie awake on the hut, kind of catching the final moments of your rest, you hear what sounds like a faint heartbeat behind you.
Behind me outside of the hut?
You're not sure.
Well, I mean, obviously I can look around. Do I get the impression that it's right next to me? Hut's not that big.
You turn around to look behind you,
Mhm.
and you hear this. And you hear again behind you. And then you instinctively grab the black staff from your sheath on your back, presumably, and you take a look at it, and there's a black energy that surrounds it. That's glowing.
Oh, Kent's going to touch the staff to the whatever the thump is.
It feels like it's pulsating, like a heartbeat, as if it's.
Oh, the
staff
staff is doing it. Okay, I gotcha. Well, I would go. I guess.
Then you feel a hand on your shoulder, and a familiar voice utters, "The druid was right, you know. It is alive, although he is dead." And you turn around within the hut to see the silhouette of your old master.
Okay. So I get the feeling I'm dreaming.
Make a perception check.
Okay. You're crackling, by the way.
That must be the beard.
Could be. Hold on. Perception. Perception. Buh.
Okay. So, hang on. Anyway. All right. So you don't get as far as you can tell, you're awake.
Okay. Why do you plague me so? Kent says to his master.
He says, "I did not give you that staff for show.
Why did you give me this staff?
A terrible foe threatens this world. Has sent hunters after you already. You must be prepared to fight back."
Kent says to him, For the longest time, I have believed that you were the evil one. Are you?
He says, I do no harm more than what is necessary.
Okay.
So yeah,
Good and evil are not so black and white as you perhaps think.
So what would you have me do to protect myself and Killy, real fast. What did you say about the druid was right?
The druid was right. The tree is alive, though it may look dead.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Um so what would you have me do to protect myself, or or what foe will I be facing?
Dark entity of the shadow.
You
The
ca-
staff that I have given you. Did you say I cut out? I'm sorry.
You did at the very end. I assume you said Shadow Plane though.
Shadow fell.
Oh, Shadowfell. Oh, Jesus. Go ahead.
He says, in order to be prepared for such a powerful entity and his forces, you must be willing to do what you can to gain in power. The staff will gain in far greater power if you take the opportunity to absorb the souls of powerful entities. And it cannot gain in power so long as you are reluctant to use it.
Okay. So in character, I'm going to say, how do I use it? Out of character, I'm going to say, how the hell do I use it?
You use it. You use the charges on it.
Okay. Well, okay. Fair enough.
Burn it on cantrips
Okay. That's where
or attacks or whatever.
Okay. That's fine. That's what I wanted to know. Okay. How, I say to him, how do I know I will not become twisted and corrupted like I assume you were?
I was never twisted and corrupted. Anything I have ever done, I have done on my own volition.
You say twisted and corrupted like it's a bad thing.
You're asleep.
Who are we twisting, corrupting? I feel like I missed something.
No,
You're
no.
asleep too. You don't hear this. You're out on watch or whatever.
Okay.
I'm hesitant to follow any guidance you might offer, but I will reluctantly try.
He says, while you may not trust me, know that we have worked to the same ends.
Fair enough. We shall see.
To the detriment of us all if you're not careful. And he vanishes within a puff of smoke.
Okay.
All right, if you haven't already, go ahead and give all your hit points back, all your bonuses, all that good jazz.
Okay. That I didn't do yet. Hit points.
In the morning, Sir Bradford will say, the ritual will require my entire focus, and I'll need to be able to focus on maintaining the portal and using Wind Vein in order to exchange the power within the elemental plane of air within the orb of devastation that you possess in order to dilute the devastating nature of its elemental energies and make it into a copy of the Winds of Fate.
Okay.
Know that the item as we created will have limited charges before the magic expires, and you will be unable to regenerate it, much like the true Winds of Fate. But with this weapon, with this item in possession, it should become a welcome and bargaining chip, should we ever need to use it. And if we can recover the deck, and he lets that sentence follow on its own.
Right. So I guess we're going to go ahead and do the ritual or whatever.
He says, as I focus with the portal open, entities from the other's plane may attempt to force their way through and attack. You must protect me while I focus on the ritual.
Okay. Gentlemen,
yeah.
shall we protect him?
Where are you standing, sir?
He will move forward to about here, and he will look back at you and say, the spear, if you mind.
All right. Should we take up
Do a nice
positions
little-
around him?
Yeah, definitely. I'll do a bow staff twirls. I take it from my back and then hand it to him. Hilt first. Hilt? Is
Alright.
it hilt? I don't know. Whatever.
All right.
Shaft first.
Yeah.
You
shaft.
flourish the spear out and hand it to him as he takes it. Go ahead and get yourselves into position wherever you so wish.
Give
You
me a
said
second.
things are going to be coming out of this portal, or just spawning in the room. What did he say?
He said things from the other side may attempt to make their way forward.
Wait,
Okay.
which spell are you trying to set up, Crow?
I'm trying to add Misty Step, and it's not working.
So what are you doing that's not working? You got web to
I-
work, is that right?
The web
Well,
looks
me-
like it's working now.
Here,
So-
let me help you out here. So,
Alright.
so you're just trying to add Misty Step into the character sheet.
Yep.
Okay, so
And delete that other one that it kind of created and stopped.
all right,
What did you get rid of?
Uh,
Bart skin and what?
Bark Skin and Pass Without a Trace, since I hadn't
You're
really
getting-
used those in like 3
all right.
months.
You're getting rid of both of them.
Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna delete them then.
Oh,
That
Misty
makes
Step's
life
at the
easy.
bottom there.
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
One of these days, you'll have to show me actually how to do that without looking like a fool for 20 minutes.
That's okay. I look like a fool every day.
All right,
Yes, you do.
so go ahead and drag yourselves in position.
Killy, before we
Mhm.
start, you know I'm burning one level 1 spell to get mage armor back on myself.
All right, done.
All right.
So we're protecting him from the portal, right?
From anything that comes on the other side.
All right. Guess I'll go there. Looks good enough.
Do you think they might spawn on any side of the portal? Should we spread out or just protect him?
Group protect him.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. He will, as he begins to chant, the central area of this thunderbolt begins to open up into that familiar silvery sheen. And he looks over to you, Will, and he says, "The orb quickly."
I give it to him.
All right, he grasps it, and he actually will take the hilt of the spear and kind of stab it into the orb itself, and will raise it aloft as if he was Moses standing before the river, raising his staff aloft. And you watch as the portal begins to widen, shooting from the orb on the hilt and shooting from the tip of the spear itself is this blackened electrical sort of energy as it pours into the center of the portal and opens it a little bit wider. And you hear a shout coming from the other end, and you watch as a bluish mist begins to pour out of that chamber, and you hear a voice cry out, "The power of the Djinn is not yours to take."
Ho ho ho!
And you see
A Djinn.
a very angry-looking Djinn. As soon as I can copy the character token over. It's not dragging correctly anymore all of a
I
sudden.
did not realize that's what we were doing.
Pop out of the portal.
That's not our
Very-
friend.
This is a much bigger, much more royal-looking, and much angrier-looking individual.
Yeah, before it was just a genie, right? Is that
Before it was
Djinn?
a minor Djinn. This guy looks top tier.
Top tier. So I guess we're rolling initiative.
Actually, we're going to call it for the night, and we'll fight this guy tomorrow. Or
Okay.
next week.
All right, guys.
Tomorrow? Next
Good
week.
deal.
Next week.
That'll work.
We're up to 3,947 gold each player equity.
Okay.
Boosh.
It only matters if we survive and get it back to town.
True.
Right.
Truth.
Which right now I'm not sure that that's a possibility.
No, I think it's possible. We work well together as a team in combat, I think. We complement each other pretty well.
All right.
All right, guys. I'm hitting the sheets.
Alrighty.
Yes, and
Later,
Good
man.
night. Thank you,
have a good
Killy.
night, everyone.
Later,
No
bud.
problem.
Thank you, Kelly.